Hi, my name is Steven. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create an e-commerce website using WordPress and Elementor. I will show you how you can do this step by step with no steps skipped. So this is the website that we're going to be creating today. So you can see here on the home page, we have a section here with some information and some of the products that we have on our website. And we also added this Ken Bond effect to it. You can see how the images are changing to different products. And then over here, we have some sales banner with a countdown timer. So this is going to help your customers to make decisions faster. When they see a sale going on your website, they will be like, oh, okay, I have to buy this product before the sales runs out. So that's why we have the countdown timer here. And then if you scroll down, you can see that we have different banners here. We have one here on the side and we also have one over here. So you don't really need to have all these banners on your website. I just created them so you guys can have different options when you are creating your WooCommerce website. And then if you scroll down here, you can see that we have a trending product with also 60% off here, and we have different design. We have this design and also this design as well. And then at the bottom here, we have shop by category. That means your customers can shop by category. They can just click on shop now to shop cell phone categories or laptop or smartwatches. So this is another way to make the shopping experience easy for your customers so they can go to a specific section and buy anything that they're looking for. And then here we have a sign up offer. So basically when your customer signs up, they will get a coupon code sent to their email. That coupon code is going to give them 25% off when they shop on your website. So this is a great way to grow your email list if that is something that you're looking forward to doing. And then over here we have reviews. So this is basically what your customers are saying about your product. So this is something that you want to have on your website, because then when other shoppers see these reviews, they are more confident in your product. They are more confident to buy your product. They know that you are selling a legit product. That's why it's always good to have some reviews on your website, what other customers have said about your product. And then we have homepage number 2. So this homepage number 2 was created using Elementor Pro. So to use this homepage, you will need to have Elementor Pro installed on your website. You can see here that the hero section is exactly the same except the animated text that we have over here. And then over here, you can see the difference between this homepage and the other homepage that I just showed you. You can see here that we have some animation here. We have some animations over here. This is basically shop categories that your customers can click on to shop this particular category, right? And then here we also have a trending product with different design. This is a different shop design. And then over here we have some flash sale items with countdown timer as well. So over here you can see that we have some animation here and this one as well, this one and this one as well. So these are all created using the Elementor Pro widgets. And here you can see that we have a testimonial slide. This is also a pro widget. So everything on this page is pretty much a pro feature. So if you want to use this page, you need to have the Elementor Pro installed on your website. And then this is our shop page here. This is a shop page that we created. And then if you want to have a sidebar on your shop page, I will show you how to do that in the video. And then here we have the about us page. You can see what the about us page look like. You can go ahead and delete any section that you don't like on this about us page. And then over here we have a video to show your product. You can have a video about your product here. Your customers can click on it to watch that video. So once they click on this play button here, it will pop up the video. And also here we have some achievements. So here you can see the achievements that we have over here. If this is something that you don't need, you can also go ahead and delete that as well. And then here we have frequently asked questions. So this is good to have on your website, because then this will actually help you to reduce the amount of questions and emails that you'll be receiving about your product, because most of the time some of your customers will find the answer they're looking for right here on frequently asked questions instead of sending you an email every single time. So this is going to save you a lot of time and headache. So make sure that you have this on your website. And then if you have a team that you're working with, this is where you will list them. If you don't need this section, you can go ahead and delete that as well. And then here we have a testimony again. So this is basically what your customers are saying about your product. And then we also have the contact page. So over here on the contact page, we have a phone number here that they can call. If your customers need help, they can call the phone number, or they can just fill the form to send you an email. And then if you scroll down here, we also have a map where the store is actually located. And we also have a custom my account page here. So this is where your customers are going to see all their orders. This is where they are going to see their recent order, their shipping information, or change their password or login details, or if they purchased a digital download from your website, this is where they're going to see all of that, the account details. They're going to click on any of this. And then we also have a custom cart page. So this is basically your custom cart page. You can see here, if you click on proceed to checkout, you'll see that we also have a custom checkout page here as well. And then if you go back over here on the home page, you can see that we have a custom sticky header, so that when we scroll down, this header is going to stick to the top. So you can see the color we have right now. When we scroll up, it's going to stick to the top, and then it's going to change to black. black color. And then if you scroll all the way down, you can see that we also have a custom footer here as well. So this is the website that I'm going to be showing you how to create. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a beautiful e-commerce website like this one right here. Of course, you can sell pretty much anything you want on your website. This is not just for electronics. You can sell anything. You can sell clothes, bags, shoes. You can pretty much sell anything you want. All you need to do is to change the product images to your own product images, and then you're good to go. And then I will also show you how you can customize the background images that I'm using in this video. And you guys also get these templates for free just for watching this video. And now that you've seen what we are going to create today, let's go ahead and get started. So now to create a website like this, you're going to need a domain and hosting account. If you already have your domain and hosting account, you can skip this step. I'm going to leave the timestamps in the description box below, so you can click on it to jump to any section of the video that you're interested in. And then for those of you that don't have your domain and hosting account, let me go ahead and show you how you can get your domain and hosting account. So to get your domain and hosting account, the first thing you need to do is to go to your browser and type wplifestyle/namehero. So wplifestyle/namehero and click enter. I will also leave the link in the description box below. You can just click on it and it will bring you to this page right here. So this page right here is namehero.com. So Namehero is one of my favorite web hosting providers. I've been using Namehero for a very long time, and I've been using it for pretty much all my clients at this point. So the reason why I like Namehero is because their web hosting is super fast and also reliable, and then at the same time very affordable. You can see here that you can get your web hosting for $2.69 per month. This is very affordable if you compare it with other web hosting providers that is not even as good as Namehero. So Namehero is my go-to web hosting provider whenever I need a web hosting service for me or my client or anybody. That's why I recommend them on my channel. So once you're ready to get started, all you need to do is to click on this button, get started now, and then this will bring you to their pricing section right here. You can see here that they have 4 different plans. The first one here is the starter cloud, the plus cloud, the turbo cloud, and the business cloud. You can see here the main difference here is the number of websites that you get and the number of RAM that you get. So if you're planning on creating more than one website, I recommend going with the turbo cloud, or you can just go with the plus cloud. The reason why I recommend the turbo cloud is because here in the turbo cloud you also get access to the NVMe storage. So this is a different type of storage that is faster than SSD. SSD is already fast, and then the NVMe storage is even faster. So if you want to get access to a faster storage, you might consider going with this plan right here. And then under this plan as well, you also get access to their security plugin, which is also free, and you also get access to their premium SSL certificate for e-commerce. So this is actually good because you need SSL certificate to be able to accept payment on your e-commerce website. You do get a free SSL certificate here, but it's not a premium one. But here they're giving you access to a premium SSL certificate for free. So there's a lot of values in this plan right here. So I will recommend going with this plan. So once you've decided the plan that you want to go with, just go ahead and click on order now. So from here you can choose your domain name. So your domain name is basically your website name.com. For example, Namehero domain name is namehero.com, and then my website domain name is wplifestyle.com. So your own website domain name might be your name.com or maybe your business name.com. So go ahead and figure out what your domain name is going to be, and then you can come here and type in that domain name and see if it's available. So sometimes when you search for a domain name, it's not going to be available because someone else is already using it. In that case, you have to try another domain name. For example, if you type namehero.com, it's not going to be available because Namehero is already using it. So then you can try a different domain name, or you can try a different extension. Maybe .com is not available. Maybe you can try .net, .us, or you can use other local extensions. They have a lot of extensions here. You can use any of these extensions. If the one you're looking for is not available in .com, you can use another extension to get that particular domain name. So let me go ahead and try wpl2022.com. So this basically means wplifestyle2022.com. Let's see if this is available. So you can see that our domain name is available, right? You also get this domain name for free, right? You can see here that you get this for free for 1 year, and then after 1 year you pay $13.98 USD every year for this domain. So we'll go ahead and click on continue. So from here you can go ahead and choose your billing cycle. If you want to get billed every year, you can choose this one. If you want to get billed every 2 years, you can go with this. If you want to to get billed every 3 years, then you can go with this one. So basically, the higher you go, the higher discount you will get. You can see here for 1 year you get 16% discount, and then for 2 years you get 23% discount, and then for 3 years you get 33% discount. And then if you want to go for 1 month, you don't get any discount. So I recommend going for at least 1 year. So go ahead and choose the billing cycle that works best for you. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go with the 1 month because I'm just showing you guys how you can do this step by step. So I don't really need another hosting account. And then here you can see that they are trying to upsell some stuff to us, but we don't really need any of this. So go ahead and ignore all of this. The only thing that you need here is this SSL certificate, because you do need this to accept payments on your website. So once you have this selected, go ahead and click on continue. And then over here we have upsells again. The only thing you need here is the IP protection. So make sure that you have IP protection selected, so that way your personal information and your email address will be protected from the public, so that the public is not going to have access to your information. If you don't have this selected, you will see that after you register for your domain and hosting, in the next 1 hour or 30 minutes, you start getting spam emails, people offering you different services like web hosting, web design, SEO services, just different marketing services that you don't want to deal with. And you're going to start getting hundreds and hundreds of them, and you don't want to deal with that. So go ahead and save yourself the stress to make sure you don't get any spam emails from random people. So once you select that, go ahead and click on continue. So once you're on this page, this is your checkout page. You can review your order and see if there's anything that you want to change. Maybe you change your mind, you want to change your billing cycle. You can go ahead and click on this edit icon here to change the billing cycle. Also, another thing to keep in mind here is that to get the domain registration for free, you need to choose a billing cycle that is at least higher than 2 years. So because I have 1 month here, they're going to charge me for the domain registration, which is going to be $19.96. That's what they're going to charge me to register this domain. So once you review this, you can scroll down and go over here and fill in your personal information. If you already have an account, you can go ahead and log into your account here, which is what I'm going to do because I already have a Name Hero account. So I'm not going to create another one. But for now, let me show you guys how you can do this. So click on create a new account, and then from here, fill in your personal information. You know how to do this. This is very, very simple to do. And then the most important one is to scroll down here and make sure that over here that you put in your support pin. And this pin, guys, make sure that you remember this pin. This is the pin that you're going to need to access support on your web hosting. So every time you request a support, they're going to ask for this pin just to make sure that it's you that is requesting for the support. So make sure that you keep this pin safe. And then here, make sure that you choose a strong password. Don't use your name as the password or use your phone number or stuff like that. So make sure you choose a strong password. And then over here, if you want to use a different information for your domain registration information, you can click here and add new information, and you're going to fill this form again. If not, you can use the default one that you already filled up here. So once you do that, you scroll down here and select the payment method that you want to use to make your payment. You can use PayPal, and you can also use Coinbase. Oh, they have cryptocurrency. That's nice. And then here you can also use credit card as well. So go ahead and choose the payment method that you want to use. And then over here, if you want to receive emails from them, you can leave this toggle on. If not, you can disable this like this. And then over here, make sure that you read the terms of service. Once you finish reading that, you can come back here and check this box, and then go ahead and click on checkout. So I'm using PayPal to checkout. So depending on the type of payment method that you choose, you're going to see a different screen. So I'm going to skip this step and go ahead and make the payment. So once you make the payment, go ahead and click on return to Name Hero, and that will bring you to this page right here, and you can see your order confirmation right here. Go ahead and click on continue to client area, and from here you can see that we have one hosting account and one domain. All you need to do is to click on my cloud, and this is going to show you the cloud accounts that you have. For you, you're going to have one. This is one that I just purchased now, so go ahead and click on it, and that will bring you to this page. All you need to do from here is to log into your cPanel. Click on login to cPanel to log in. Okay, so once you're on this page, all you need to do is to search for WordPress here, or you can just scroll down to software. Once you get to software section, you can see manage WordPress. Click on it. From here, click install, and then from here, choose your installation URL. Go ahead and change this to HTTPS because we need this for SSL certificate to work on our website. And then here you can choose the domain that you want to install WordPress on. In your case, you might have only one domain here, but for me, I do have multiple domains, so I'm going to select the one that we just bought, wpl2022.com. And then over here in the directory, make sure that you don't have anything in here. Go ahead and delete that WP in there, and then you can choose your WordPress version here. So make sure you have it on the latest version. Once you do that, you scroll down here, and the site name, the site description, we can change that from your WordPress dashboard. For now, we're going to skip that. And then your admin username, make sure you change this to something unique to you that is easy for you to remember and also hard for other people to guess. Don't use your name, don't use admin, don't use anything that is easy for someone to guess. But for this tutorial, just to make it easy for the tutorial, I'm just going to use my name, but don't do that. So I've gone ahead and entered my name as my username, and here you can see that we have a strong password recommended for us. You can use this password if you want, but make sure you copy this and keep it somewhere safe, because this is really hard to remember. Or you can just use something unique that you can remember. So once you create your password, make sure that it's very strong. You can see here that my password is really bad, and I just used that something really simple because of this tutorial. But make sure that your own is showing strong here and is also green, that the line is all the way to the end. That way you know that you have a strong password. And then for your admin email, make sure you are using an email that you have access to, because this is the same email that you can use to reset your password if you have to. So for now, I'm going to use info@wplifestyle.com. So once you finish with that, go ahead and scroll down all the way to the bottom here. Ignore everything here, just leave them the way they are. And then over here, if you want to change your language, you can click on this drop down and select any of the languages that they have here. Once you finish, scroll down all the way to the bottom and click install. So once the installation is complete, you will get this message here. From here, all you have to do is to click on the administrative URL if you want to log into your website. So once you click here, that is going to go ahead and log you into your WordPress dashboard. And then if you go back over here and click on this website URL here, this will take you to your website. So your website is basically live right now. So congratulations, this is what your website will look like for now. But don't worry, we're going to redesign this and make it look really nice. So let's go back here. Let's say for example you close this, but now you want to log into your WordPress dashboard and you don't know how to do that. All you need to do is go to your website. Like my website URL is Wplifestyle2022.com, and then just type /wp-admin and then click on enter. So once you click enter, you will land on this page right here. All you have to do is to put in your username and your password, or you can just put your email address and your password. So my username is Steven. I'll type that in here and then put my password. So that is going to log you into your WordPress website. So congratulations, you have successfully purchased your domain and hosting and installed WordPress. So now that we have a WordPress website, we can go ahead and do some basic settings before we can get started with designing your website. So the first thing you need to do is to scroll down here and go to settings, and then we click on general settings. And then from here, this is where you can change your site title, your tagline. So this is where you can change all of this, and also your administrative email. You can change that from here as well. So you have all the settings here. For example, let's go here. If you put your mouse over here and open your site in a new tab, you can see here that it says my blog, my WordPress blog. So this information right here is whatever you have here is going to display on your website. So for example, I can change my title to Steven, and then my tagline, this is my website. And then you can scroll all the way and click on save changes. Now if we go back here and refresh this page, you can see that this text that we have here will change. So let's refresh the page. Now you can see that it says Steven, this is my website. And then the next thing we need to do is to go back to your dashboard again, click on settings, and then click on permalinks. And then here on permalinks, you want to make sure that your permalink is set to post name, and this is just going to show your website URL / the post name instead of showing the date and the time. So make sure that you have this on post name, because this is really good for SEO. Click on post name and then click on save changes. And then the next thing you need to do is to go to reading. This is where you can assign your blog page. You can select this, select your home page, and also select your blog page, but we don't have any pages to select now. We'll come back to this later on in the video. So for now, let's go to users over here. Click on users, and now you can see all the users that you have on your website. This is where you can add a new user, and this is where you can edit a user. So right now I'm the only user here, so I can click on edit, and from here you can change your WordPress theme. Right now we're using the default one. You can change this to light, and you can see it will change over here, or modern. Just change to any one that you want. For example, I do like the modern one. You can use that over here, so I will change my own to modern. And then you can scroll down here. You can choose the name that you want to display. For example, you can see this is our username, which is Steven, which you cannot change. So you cannot change your username, and then you can put your first and last name here, or you can also have a nickname. So let's say I want my nickname to be just S, like this. And now I'll have the option to select the S here as the display name. So you can see here the display name is S, and then over here if I change it to Steven, and then the display name here will be Steven. So that's what you can do here. And you can also change your email address from here as well. And then you scroll down here, this is where you can change your password. If you click on set a new password, then you can just use this password if you want, or you can just delete it like this and then type in your own password in here. But for now I'm not going to change my password, so I'll click on cancel, and then here we'll click on update profile, and that is going to update every changes that you've made here. So that's pretty much all the changes that you need to do for now. So let's head over to dashboard. Okay, so guys, the next thing we need to do is to create pages. So if we go to pages over here, you can see that we have 2 pages here, and these 2 pages were automatically created for us when we installed WordPress. Now that we're here, let me show you how you can delete a page. For example, we want to delete this sample page because we don't need it. What you can do is you can click on trash. Now you can trash that, and that will go to your trash over here. So, and also how to restore something. If you delete something by mistake and that will go to your trash, how to restore that, you can go to trash, click on restore over here, and then if you have a lot of stuff that you want to restore, you can select all of them, and then here you can select bulk action, you can click on restore, and then click on apply, and that will go ahead and restore everything that you've selected. And then the same thing applies here when you want to delete pages that you don't need. For example, if you select all the pages here, you can click on bulk action, we can click on move to trash, and then click on apply, and that is going to move everything here to the trash. Now you can see that we don't have any pages here. So let's go ahead and create a new page. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a home page, we're going to need a contact page, and also an about us page. So let's go back here and click on add a new page. Go ahead and skip this, and then from here we're going to give our page a name. We'll call this one home. Go ahead and click on publish, click on publish again. Now go back here, click on this WordPress icon here to go back, and then add a new page again. We're going to call this one about page, and then go ahead and click on publish and click on publish again. Now go back here again and click on add new. We're going to call this one contact page. So once you give your page a name, go ahead and click on publish and click on publish again. Now if we click on view page here to view any of the page, you can see that the page is pretty much empty. There's nothing here. Let's go back to dashboard. So now that you know how you can add new pages and delete pages, the next thing we need to do is to install a WordPress theme. So a WordPress theme basically changes the look and feel of your website. So that's why it's under appearance as well, because it actually changes the look and feel of your website. It will change the structure of your website, the layout of your website. So if you go here, you can see the 2021 theme that we have. This is a WordPress 2021 theme. If we go here and click on appearance and click on themes, now you can see the active theme here, which is the 2021 theme, is the theme that we're currently using. But we're going to change our theme. We're going to add a new theme. All you need to do is to click on add new, and then here you are going to see thousands of WordPress themes that you can choose from. And the one we're going to be using today is the Cadence theme. You can see here is one of the popular ones. If you click on popular here, if you can't find this here, you can go ahead and type Cadence here. So once you type Cadence here, you will see the theme here as well. Go ahead and click on install. So before we activate that, let me go ahead and show you again so you guys can see the look and feel of the website, right? So let's go ahead and activate the theme. So once we activate that, let's go back here and refresh the page. Now you can see that the look and feel of this website has changed. You can see what we have right now. You can see our menus over here, but we don't have any menus here. So what we can do now is to go back here and go to appearance, and then we're going to go ahead and create a menu. So click on menus here. So from here you can see that we don't have any menu, so we can create a menu. So go ahead and give your menu a name. I will call this one main menu. So this is our main menu. Go ahead and click on create menu. Now you can see that the main menu has been created. All we need to do now is to add all our pages to the menu. So we can select all the pages that we just created. If we click on view all, we can select all the pages, click on select all, and then click on add to menu. Now you can see that all the pages has been added to the menu. You can see that we have 2 home pages here. This one is the custom page that was created for us automatically. We don't need this, and this is how you remove items from your menu. All you need to do is to click on this drop down arrow here and then click on remove. So now we have the 3 pages that we just created. You can move this around by just dragging and dropping this. So for now, if I click on save changes like this, now if you go back to the website, you can see our menu right here. You can see that we have about, contact, home, but maybe I want the home page to be here, and then the about page will be here, and then the contact page will be here. So click on save changes and go back here and refresh the page. So once you refresh the page here, you can see that nothing happened, right? So everything look exactly the same. So all you need to do is to go back here. This is because we haven't assigned this menu to anything. You can see here that we need to assign the menu to the primary menu. So this is our primary menu right here, and then we'll go back here and assign this to our primary menu, and then click on save changes. Now if we go back here and refresh the page, now you can see the menu has changed just the way we arranged it. Now let's go back here to menus. Let me show you something real quick. So if we drag this inside a little bit and click on save changes, and that is how you get a drop down menu, right? So if we refresh this, now you can see that we now have the home page and about us page. Then if you put your mouse over the about us page, you will see the contact page here. So that's how you can get a drop down menu like this. And then you can go back here and drag this back like this and click on save changes, then refresh the page again, and then you'll see that everything will come back to normal. So that's how you do that. So now that you know how to create a menu and how to delete a menu and how to restructure your menu, now the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and install plugins. So if you don't know what plugins are basically like an app for your website. You know how on your phone, if you want a weather app or any type of app, you can go to the App Store or Play Store to download it. So that's what plugins are for your website. So if you need a contact form or any type of plugin, you can go to the plugin section and download it. So to install plugins, all you need to do is to go over here on plugins and click on plugins. You can see here that we don't have any plugins here on the website. Now let's go ahead and click on add plugin. So we have a few plugins that we need to install. You can see here that we have all these plugins here. If you click on popular plugins, you can see all the popular plugins here. You can see this one, for example, is the Elementor page builder. We do need this. You can see this is a contact form. You can see really simple SSL. So there's so many plugins here for different things. I don't even know what all these plugins do. So the plugins that you're going to need is going to base on the type of website that you're creating or what you're trying to achieve. So because we're creating an e-commerce website, we're going to need WooCommerce, and we're also going to need Elementor page builder because that's the page builder we're going to be using to build our pages, right? So what you need to do is over here, once you click on popular plugins, you can see all the popular plugins here. Obviously Elementor is one of them. If you don't see Elementor here, go ahead and search for Elementor in this search bar here, and then you'll see the plugin. Once you see it, go ahead and click on install, and then the next plugin we'll need is WooCommerce. You can see it here too. You can go ahead and click on install. If you don't see it, go ahead and search for it over here, and then once you see it, go ahead and click on install. And then the next plugin we need is called the Essential add-on for Elementor. So that Essential add-on for Elementor is an add-on for Elementor that will give you more flexibility to work with the free version of Elementor if you don't have the pro version. So let's go ahead and install that. So type Elementor here, and then you're going to see all the plugins related to Elementor, and this is the one that we need, Essential add-on for Elementor. Go ahead and install that. And then the last plugin that we need is a contact form plugin, is the Fluent Forms. So go ahead and type Fluent here. You're going to see the Fluent form here. This is the contact form that we need. Go ahead and click on install now. So once you have all the plugins installed, you can go back over here to plugins. Now you can see all the plugins that we have here. If you want to delete any of these plugins, you can go ahead and click on delete button here. Let's say for example we have this plugin activated and then you want to deactivate it. You can just go ahead and click on deactivate and then go ahead and delete it. But for now we want to activate all the plugins at once instead of doing it individually. All you need to do is to select all the plugins and then select the bulk action. We are going to select activate and then click on apply, and now you can see that will go ahead and activate all the plugins for us. So now that we have all the plugins we need ready to go, we are going to go ahead and run some few settings on the plugins. For example, this plugin right here called the Essential add-on for Elementor, we can click on the settings here. So once you click on the settings, click on elements here, you can see all the widgets that we have here. The widget that we need is the Woo product widgets. You can see here, this is all the product widgets that we need. So the reason why we install this plugin is because we want to use the WooCommerce widgets that comes with the plugins for free, because if you don't have Elementor Pro, you're not going to have the WooCommerce widget inside Elementor widget. So we're going to use this plugin instead. So make sure that all this is enabled, and then once you enable everything, go ahead and click on save changes. So once you're done with that, you can go back to plugins here. So this is a plugin that we just installed, WooCommerce, right? So go ahead and click on this. This plugin is going to allow you to add products on your website and also allow you to accept payments as well. So once you open WooCommerce, it's going to ask you to go through the setup wizard. You can go ahead and skip that. We can go through the setting later on in the video. You can see here we can go through the settings as well. This is where you're going to add your store information and all that information, but don't worry, we'll go through this later on in the video. But for now, let's go ahead and create a product. And the reason why we're creating a product first before we actually start designing your website is because we're going to need those product information when we are creating your homepage, because these products right here, we're actually going to pull them from your WooCommerce products. So here we are on the product section. Before we actually get started with creating a product, we need to create a product category as well. So let's go ahead and create a product category first. So for example, so depending on what you're selling, let's say for example you're selling t-shirts, shoe, we can create a product category called t-shirt. t-shirts, and then we can also create a product category called shoes. So here I'm going to create a product category called shoes. All you need to do is to type in the category name and then scroll down here and click on add a new category, and that is going to add that category for you here. So for this tutorial, I'm not going to be using shoes in this tutorial, so I'm going to create another product category called S product. So S product is going to stand for single product. Then I'm going to click on add a new category, and then let's go ahead and add V products. So V product stands for variable products. Go ahead and click on add a new category as well. And now this is how you add a category. And then if you want to delete any category, for example, I created this one because I'm going to delete it. I just wanted to show you guys how you can delete a category. All you need to do is to click on the delete button right here and then click on OK, and that is going to go ahead and delete that category for you. And if you want to edit any category for some reason, you can come back here and click on edit just to edit that category right here. Once you finish, click on update, and then you can click on go back to categories. And then if you want to do just a quick edit, you can click on quick edit, and that is going to open that here. You can just change the name and change the slug, and then once you finish, click on update category. So that's pretty much how you can create a product category. And then if you have attributes, if you want to create product attributes, you can also click here and do the same thing. It's pretty much the same process. And then if you have product tags, you can also click here to add different product tags. These are pretty much the same thing. Once you have a product tag, you'll be able to select them where you're actually creating the product. But for now, we're just going to go with the product categories for now. So now that we have that out of the way, all we need to do now is to go over here to all products, and then from here you can see this is your dashboard. This is where all your products are going to show. But for now, we don't have any products here. You can go ahead and click on create a product, or you can go over here and click on add a new product. So this is where you are going to put your product name. But before we do that, let me go down here and show you guys the type of products that we have. So we have a single product, and then we have a standard product, which is basically like an affiliate product that you have the link, and then when your customer click on it, it will take them to the actual website where they can buy that particular product. And then we have a variable product. So let me show you guys an example. So here we have some products. You can see all these products that I have here that say V product number 4. This is a variable product. So what that means is that when you click on this product, for example, you can see that this product have like different variations. For example, this product has color number 1, it has color number 2, color number 3. So that means you can select a specific color of this product or different size. You can also add size. Let's say you're selling like t-shirt, or maybe you're selling shoes. Then you can have size, you can have colors, you can have both at the same time. You can have as many variations as you want. So that's what variable product is. And then let's go back to shop and let me show you what a single product is. You can see here, this is S product number 1. So this is a single product. So this is a product that have no color, no size, no nothing. So just the way the product is, you just purchase the product as it is. That's what a single product is. Let's go back over here so I can show you how you can actually create all this type of products. So now to keep the tutorial simple, I'm going to call this S product number 1. So that's single product number 1. So this is the name of my product. Go ahead and give your product a name. Obviously give it the name of your product. I'm just using this to keep this tutorial very simple for you guys to understand. And then once you give the product a name, over here this is where you put the long description. If we go back here for example and click on shop, and then let's go ahead and click on single product number 1, and then this is where you see the long description, right? So let me copy this, and then we can go ahead and paste that here. So this is where you describe your product, and then over here you can see another description that we have here. So this is called the short description. If you scroll down here, you can see a product short description. So this is a brief explanation of the product. You can see here that is only here on the top, and then if you want to find out more information about the product, and then you can scroll down to the main product description. This is where you find more information about the product. So that's basically the type of product descriptions that we have. And then over here on the right, this is where you are going to select the product category. Over here you can see that we are creating S product number 1. So I want to add that in the S product category, so that if you want to shop a specific type of product, let's say you are looking for S products, once you click on that category, it's only going to show you all the S products instead of showing you all the products that we have on the website. So let's go ahead and select that. And then over here we want to add tags. So this is also good for SEO, right? The search engine optimization. So what you do with tags is, let's say you're selling shoes, you can go here and type shoes, for example. and that is going to add the shoes as a tag. So any product that have that tag shoes, if someone click on the tag, then they're going to be able to go to that particular product. So let me give you an example here. If you go over here on the website, for example, let's go ahead and click on all products. So now you can see that we have product tags, we have Divi layout, we have Divi templates. So if someone click on any of this, we have Elementor kit. So if you click on Elementor kit, it's going to show you all the products with that tag Elementor kit. You can see now that we have a product with Elementor kit. So this is what you use tags for, right? So people can actually use tag to find a specific product. So go ahead and add all the tags that is related to the product that you're creating. So you can add all of that here. So once you finish with that, you can go ahead and add your product image. So here you click on select image. So once you click on select a product image, if you don't have any images here, all you need to do is to click on upload file. You can click on select file to select those images from your computer, or you can simply drag and drop it right here and it will automatically upload to your media library. Once you do that, you can click on media library and then you can select any of the images that you just uploaded. So I will select this one and click on set product image. Now you can see that the product image is showing right here. Then let's go back over here. This is where we can select the product data, right? So we want to select the type of product that we are creating. So this one is called the simple product, and then we are going to select that. And then over here, if this is a downloadable product, you can go ahead and select this option right here. So that means this is a downloadable product. You will have to select a virtual product as well. That means the virtual products are not shippable, right? Right here you can see that we have a shipping option. You can see that the shipping option is gone because then you cannot ship this product. It's a downloadable product. That means when your customer purchases this product, they will have to log into the account and download the product. And here you can add the product file. Go ahead and click on add file, and then you can go here and choose the file from your library. You can select any of the file there. Here you can give the file a name, and then also you can put a download limit here. You can also put the download expiry date. But for this tutorial, we're not creating a downloadable product, so I'm going to go ahead and uncheck this and also uncheck this one. So now on the general tab, all you need to do here is to put the price for this product. So let's say this product is like $20, and then if you want to put this product on sale, this particular product, you can also select a sale price here. So maybe we want to sell this for $15, so now you get $5 off. Let's say for example we want this sale to go from Tuesday January 4th to Saturday the January 8th. So what we can do here, we select the 4th, and then the end date we select the Saturday here. So this sale will only go on for this period of time. Once the sale ends, it will go back to the regular price. So once you finish with that, you go over to inventory and click here, and now we can put the SKU number for this. If you don't know what this is, you can put your mouse over here. If you don't know what to put here, you can put like 0001, something like that, I don't know. And then if you want to manage stock, you can go ahead and enable this option, and this is going to show how many products that you have in stock. Let's say you have only 10 products in stock and you want people to see that. That means when they go over here, under here right now, it's going to show how many products that you have in stock. But if you don't have this selected, if you have this disabled like this, that means it's just going to show in stock. It's not going to show how many products you have in stock. It's not going to show how many products that have been sold and how many products that is left. And then if you want to allow back order, you can also do that from here. And then here, if you want to set up a low stock threshold, you can also set that up here. Maybe if you put 5. So once you put 5 here, that means once your product is remaining 5, you will get a notification by email telling you that you are running out of stock. That way you can restock and buy more products. And then if you want this to be sold individually, you can enable this. And then the next one here is shipping. So let's go ahead and skip that for now. We'll cover that later on in the video. Let's go to linked product. So here on linked products, right? So we have the upsells and the cross sells. Cross sells are basically like related products. For example, if you go here on this page, so while you're shopping on this page, you can see other products here that is being recommended for you. So it said that these are related products. So if you are buying this, maybe you also like this. So those are basically what upsells are. And then cross sells are basically all those sales that you see at your checkout. So let's say for example you want to purchase a cell phone, and then once you get to the checkout page, they might also recommend a case for you or maybe a screen protector. Cross sells will usually recommend things that goes with what you are buying already. So all you really need to do is here to search for the product that you want to add as a cross sell or upsell. So you can do this after you've added all your products. You can come back here, open each and every one of the products, and then come here and add all the upsells and cross sells. So right now, because this is a simple product, we don't need an attribute for this product. So let's go over to advanced. So here you can leave a purchase note for your customer if you want. So these are basically a note that you send to your customer customer after they purchase something on your website. And then if you want to enable review, you can also go ahead and enable that from here. So once you enable review, your customers will have the option to review a product by clicking on review here, and then they can go ahead and review any of the products on your website. So go ahead and select that, and once you finish, you can scroll up here and click on publish. So now that we have one product published, you can go ahead and click on all products, and now you can see the one product that we just published. This is where all your products are going to show. So I'm not going to go through the step of adding all the products. We're going to go ahead and create one more type of product, which is the variable products. I will show you guys how you can do that as well. And then after that, you follow the same process to create all the products that you need. Okay, so to create a variable product, all you need to do is to click on add new from here, or you can just go over here and click on add new, or you can even do that from here. So pretty much anywhere that is more convenient for you. So once you click on add new, we are going to give the product a name. So I'm going to call this one V product number 1. So this is a variable product. So now we're going to go ahead and give this a description, and then scroll down all the way over here and also give this a short description. So we use this as a short description, and then go back here. Over here on the right side, we're going to select the product category. This time we're creating a V product. Go ahead and select that, and then here we can add a tag. So based on what you are creating, you can add those tags. I explained that before. So this is a tag. You can add as many tags as you want. You can add up to 10 tags. Go ahead and add as many tags as you want, and then here we can select a product image. So let me go ahead and select this one. Once you finish that, let's head over here to product data. From here we change this to variable product. So once we change this to variable product, you can see that the price option that we have here will disappear. The next one we need to do is to add SKU. So let's go ahead and add maybe 0002, and then if you want to manage stock, you can go ahead and do the same thing that we did before, follow the same process. And if you also want to sort this individually, you can go ahead and do the same. And then the next thing here is shipping. Let's go ahead and skip that again. I will explain that later on in the video. And then linked product, I explained this before. Now we can go ahead and link a product. We have one product. Let's say for example we want to link the S product. We can just type S product here. Now you can see the product that we created earlier. You can actually add that product here as your upsell or maybe your cross sell. You can do the same thing here. You can add all of those here. Once you finish, you go to attributes, and this time we're going to have to create an attribute, and this is because we are creating a variable product, and this is because maybe you have different colors, different size. So let's go ahead and click on add a new attribute. So here you're going to give your attribute a name. I'm going to call this one size, and then here we are going to add the values for the attributes. So maybe we have small, medium, large. You can also have like size 10, size 5, size 6, 11, so for shoes and stuff like that. So go ahead and add all the sizes here, and it says that we can separate the attributes by using this sign right here. I don't know what it's called. I think you can get this by just pressing shift on your keyboard and then pressing this key right here. But for now, let me go ahead and enter the sizes. So we have the small size, and then you add the medium, and then we add large, and of course you can add more. Maybe you can add extra large or something like that. And then once you finish, go ahead and select this option that said use for variations. Once you select that, go ahead and click on save attributes. Now that we save that, we'll see a new option here that is called variations. So go ahead and click on that, and now we want to add a new variation. So to do that, select this option and create a variation from all attributes. Now click on go, just say okay. So now you can see that 4 variations has been created. Go ahead and click OK. So now we have all the variations here. We have the small, medium, large, and S large. So now if you click on any of them, you can see that we can have a separate product image for each of them. We can select this one and add the product image. Maybe we can add this one as the product image. If it's a downloadable product, you can select this and select this one as well. So you have all the same options that you have in single product. And if you have a separate description for this product, you can also add that separate description here. If you don't have any description, is going to use the default description that you have here as well, so keep that in mind. And then from here you can put your regular price. So let's say this one is $50 for example, and then if you have a sale price maybe like $45 or $40, you can add that here, and you can also schedule the sale and put the time that you want the sale to end. So that's basically how this works. You can do the same thing for every single one of them. So this one is done. We can go over here and do the same thing here. We select the product image for this one, and then we put the price here. Maybe the medium one is $80, and then the sale price here is $70, and then everything here will leave like this. We'll go back here and do the same here. We'll select the product image here, and then maybe this one is $100. and then the cell here is $90, and then maybe the S/1, let's say this image here, and then you can put the price here. Maybe this one is $120. And then we don't have any sales on this one, so you don't put a sale price here. So if you don't have any sale, don't put a sale price here. And once you finish, go ahead and click on save changes. So now if we go over here and preview the changes like this, now you can see now that we have the variable product here. We have the size. If you select the small one, you can see the image for the small one. You select the medium one, the image will change. You select the large one, the image will change, and the price will also change, right? You select this one, you see the price will change as well. And then if you scroll down, because we added an upsell, you will also see you may also like this product here. Don't worry, we're going to customize this and it's going to look good, but for now we're just using the default settings. We haven't customized the website yet. Now let's go back here and maybe add one more variation. Maybe we can add color, right? So let's go to attributes here. We're going to add one more attribute. So let's add a color. So maybe we have blue, black, and red, and here you can select that. Let's go here. So make sure you have this used for variation selected. Click on save attributes, and then over here let's go to variations again. Now let's create another variation from all attributes. Click on OK. So all you need to do now is basically add the prices. For example, you can see that we have three small ones. We have small black, small blue, and small red. We have the medium black, the medium blue, and medium red. Okay guys, so you can pretty much follow the same process that we did before and select the color and then add the price, but I'm not going to go through that process again because all the processes are pretty much the same. So once you finish here adding your color, adding all the prices here, you can go ahead and click on update here. Now if we go back here and refresh the page, so you can see that we have the small one, we select the color, the black. Maybe we can select the medium one, and then we select the color and select the blue one. We have the size and we also have the color. So that's pretty much how you can add a product to your website. You can follow the same process and add as many products as you want. So I'm going to speed up the video and add a few more products so that you guys are not just watching me doing the same thing over and over again. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and added a few more products. So the next thing we need to do now is to start designing your website. So to do that, we're going to go to pages. So over here, we're going to select the page that we want to design. So let's go ahead and get started with the home page. So click on edit over here. And then from here, we want to edit this page with Elementor. Go ahead and click on edit with Elementor. And then once you're in here, you can see this icon right here. So we want to get rid of this icon. And we're getting this icon because we installed this plugin called Essential Add-on for Elementor. So I don't need that here. I'm going to click on that. And then over here, click on Don't Show again and click on submit. And now you can see that the icon is gone. So once you're here on the page, obviously you can go ahead and start dragging and dropping things here on the page. You can drop a heading here. You can go ahead and drag an image and drop it here. You can also drag a video and then drop it here. That's fine. You can do that, right? That's easy, right? But it's not that easy because you need to understand how you can structure the layout of your website. You can't just drag and drop things on the page. You need to structure the layout first before you can actually start dragging and dropping anything on the website. So before I show you how to do that, let's go ahead and set up your global fonts and global colors. So that way it will be easy for you if you want to change all the fonts on your website. You can go ahead and change that once instead of going to every single page to change every single font. And you can also change the colors on your website easily just by changing the global color instead of going to every single page to change the colors. So let me show you how to do that. So there's two ways to do this. Is either you do this using the Elementor global color settings, or you can do this using the theme settings. But the problem is like some of the themes don't have the option to do this, but the theme we're using today, which is the Cadence theme, do have the option to do this. So we're going to be using the theme setting to do this, but I will also show you how to do this inside Elementor just in case if you're using a theme that don't have that option. For example, so if we go to appearance here and click on customization, if we go over here on the customization page, if we click on general settings, you can see that we have colors here, right? So now we have 3 color palettes. We can change any of these colors right here. So that means we will be using these colors when we are designing our website. So let me show you an example here. Let me go here and grab some of these colors that we have here. So I will grab this color and then I will go here and I will change the color to, maybe I will change the accent color. I will change that to this color. So you have all these colors here. You put all the colors for your website here, and this is for color palette number 1, and then we have the color palette number 2. You can also come here, maybe you can change this one to red or something like that. I don't know, just change this to any color that you want, and then you you can go to color palette number 3. You can have all different colors here as well. Let's change this one to maybe yellow. This is just an example, guys. Now that we have 3 different colors here, anytime you come here and choose a different color palette, it's going to go ahead and change all the colors on your website. So for example, look at here, right? We have this color here. If I change to this color palette, it's going to change the color. If I change to color palette number 3, it's going to change the color. So this is how easy it is to change every single color on your website just by clicking a button, right? So we're going to do this using the theme setting, but if you want to do this inside Elementor, you can also do this as well. If your theme doesn't have this option to do this, we can do this for colors, and we can also do this for typography. And this is where you can choose the fonts for your website. You can change the family fonts here. You can also change the H1 font. You can also change the color from here. You can change the weight. You can change the size. So this is where you do all that customization, but for this tutorial, I'm going to leave everything on default. This is very easy to do. If you want to change the H1 font, you can just come here and change the weight from here. You can change the weight, or even you can do that with H2. For example, you can change the size. You can see now that this is H2 heading here. If we change that, you can see, and then we can also change the color. We can change that to yellow. So that means everywhere that you have H2 on your website, any settings that you do here will apply on your entire website. And then the good thing is that you cannot screw anything up here. Once you don't like the changes that you've made, you can go ahead and click on these reset values here, and that is going to reset that to the default value. You can also do the same thing for every single one of them. Once you finish here, you can go ahead and click on publish. So let's go back here to Elementor. Let me show you how you can do the same thing inside Elementor. So from this Elementor dashboard, the first thing you need to do is to click on settings here. We're going to change this page layout to Elementor full width. So this is going to show the heading and the footer as well. Once you do that, you can go over here on this hamburger icon, click on that, and then click on site settings. So from site settings, you can see the global colors here. This is where you can add all the global colors. For example, you can add a new color here. You can add as many colors as you want, and then you can give the colors a name, or you can even change the name of the colors that are already here, or you can even change the colors itself. So let's say, for example, we can change this one to this color. You can also change the primary color. Maybe you want the primary color to be black or something like that. You can also change that. So you get the idea. This is exactly how you do the Elementor colors, and here you can also see the theme colors. So but the thing with the theme color is that you cannot edit or add more colors. For example, if you go to Elementor colors, you can add a new color, or you can delete this color like this. But the theme colors, you cannot do that, right? Because this is actually not from Elementor. Elementor is just pulling it up from your theme. So if your theme doesn't have the color settings, you can go ahead and use the Elementor global color settings. That will also work exactly as your theme settings. But right now, we're going to be using the theme settings for this particular tutorial. So once you finish here, you can click on this back arrow and then click on global fonts. The same thing applies to the global fonts here. You can go ahead and set your primary font, your secondary fonts, your text, your accent font. You can click on this and select any of these fonts here. You can select a different font, or you can just leave it on default. I do like Roboto, so I'm going to leave everything on default. If you want to change the font, you can go ahead and do that from here. If you want to go back to the default setting, you click on this arrow here to go back to default, and this is going to reset everything back to the default. Once you finish here, you go ahead and click on this back arrow. If you want to add more style, you can do that from here as well. You can also delete this one as well if you want, and then you can go ahead and click on back. And then if you want to change your typography from here as well, this is where you can change that. So once you finish all your changes here, you can go ahead and click on the back button here and click on update, and then once that is updated, you can click on this X here to exit. So now with that out of the way, we can go ahead and start designing your website. And the first thing you need to understand about designing a web page is how everything is structured. And then if you already know how to use Elementor, you can always go ahead and skip this step. These are just for people that is getting started with Elementor that don't know how to use Elementor yet. You can skip this step and go to the next step. I have the timestamps in the description box below. So pretty much every web page that you see actually start with a section, and then inside that section, for example, this is a section, right? So this is one column section, and then inside the section there's different columns. We have 1, we have 2 columns, we have 3, we have 4. So for example, if we want to create a 2-column section, you can go ahead and select this. If you go over here, you can see that this is a 2-column section, and then in one of the columns we have nothing in here, and then over here in the columns we have this text over here. So what you need to do in this case is you select 2-column section, or you can select 1-column section, and then if you click on this icon here and go here to Elementor widget, you can see an inner section. So that way you can actually grab an inner section and put it inside the main section. Now you can see that you have 2 columns inside that inner section. So the main reason why why you might want to use an inner section instead of using like a 2-column like this. So right now you can see the difference. There's no difference here, right? But the only difference here is the customization that you get. So with the inner section, you get more control of what you're trying to achieve, but not all the time that you need inner section. So let me go ahead and delete this. So before we dive right into designing your pages, let's go ahead and understand how Elementor works, right? So every single thing here, including the section and the column. So this is column, and then these are widgets, right? So let me go ahead and quickly explain how everything works for you. For example, we drag a heading widget, we drop it in here. So if you click on this section right now, if we click on this section, we'll get all the customization over here. We can add more width to the section. We can put the section to full width like this, and then we can also make the section to be boxed, and we can also change the section height. So here we can make the section to fit to the screen, and it will be like this, or we can also control that by selecting a minimum height. That way you get this slider here to select how big you want the section to be. Okay, so this is something that applies to sections. And then the position of the content inside the section, we can choose that. You can see this is in the middle. We can choose that to be bottom, and then it will go to the bottom here. We can choose that to be on the top, and then it will go on the top. So that's pretty much most of the settings we have here for the sections in the layout tab. And then the style tab is where we style this section. For example, we can give this section a background color by selecting this background type here, selecting this pencil icon here, and then we select a background color here. So this is something to keep in mind. These are the Elementor colors, right? And these ones right here are your theme colors, right? So when you are using your theme colors, make sure you are using these colors at the bottom here. So I will select one of these black colors that we have here. So now we can also have a hover background color. That means when you put your mouse over here, the color will change. Let's select a different background color for that. So what happens when you put your mouse over here, it will change the color, right? So this is basically how this works. Now I'm going to remove the color now that you know how it works. And then we also have a gradient color for your background. You can also add different colors. You can add maybe this color on the top, and then you have this color here, and then you can control the location like this, and then you can also control the angle like this, maybe move it around or maybe move it to the side like this. You can also select the type from here. So you have two types. You can select any of those from here as well. So you get the idea how to play around with this. And then if you want to add a background video, this is where you can do that. All you need to do is pretty much copy a YouTube video and paste it here. So let's go ahead and copy one of our YouTube videos. So I've gone ahead and copied the YouTube link. I'll paste that here. Now you can see that we have a YouTube video here. We want to have this video at the background. So what you can do in this case, you can go back here. You can also select a background fallback just in case if the video doesn't play. You can put any background image here as the background fallback, for example. Then when the video doesn't play, this will be your background fallback. And then we can also put background overlay on top of the video. Now that we have the background overlay selected, you can give this any color that you want. You can scroll down here and add a color to it, and then you can adjust the opacity of the color. Then the video will be playing in the background. You can still see the video a little bit in the background, and then you can have a text here. Like for example, this text we have here, we can just change that text color to white. Now you can see the text color here while the video is still playing in the background. So that's how you use the background overlay. Let's go back inside the section. So what else do we have here inside the section? So here we have a border. We can add a border to the section if we want. So you can select a solid border, for example, and then you can put the border size to whatever you want, for example, and then you can change the border color. So this is something that you can do. Obviously, don't do this. This doesn't look good, but I just want to show you the basics of how you can use Elementor to build your website. Also, for the border type, you can also change the hover color as well. You can select the solid, and maybe we can put this one to 25 this time, and then we can change the color to blue, for example. Then when you hover over here, you get a blue color. You can see that. So this is what you can do, but for now I'll put it to none, and also change the normal one to none like this. Now we don't have any borders, right? And then the next thing here is the shape divider. So we can also add a shape divider. Any of this here, you can actually add pretty much any of the designs that they have here, and then you can control the height from here. You can also change the color of the shape. Let's say we have this one. You can also change the color of the shape. You can change the height like this. Obviously you want it to blend in with the background, so you want to give it the same color with the background, so that way it will look like this. So that's pretty much all the settings that you have here. I'm going to remove this and put it to none. And then the next setting here is advanced. So if you go here on advanced, so this is where we get margin and padding. So paddings are basically space, but they go inside, and then margins go outside. For example, if we add padding here, now watch how this is going to to change. If we add like maybe padding here like this, we're adding the padding inside the section. You can see that we are basically adding 65 pixels on the top, 65 pixels on the right, the left, and the bottom. But if you want to add only on the top or only on the bottom, you can just unlink this. Once you unlink this, anything that you're adding here is only applying to the left. Anything that you're adding here is only applying to the top. And then margin applies outside the section, right? So for example, if we add, maybe let's unlink this and add maybe like a top margin. Now you can see that we're getting some space outside the section. So that's basically what margins are. I will delete that for now. And another thing to keep in mind is that, let's say for example, we're adding padding here, for example, like this. And then maybe on the mobile device, if you want to change this to maybe tablet, maybe on tablet, we don't want this much padding here. You can actually reduce this on tablet and it will only apply on the tablet device. It will not apply on desktop or mobile device. You can also do the same for mobile device. Maybe you want to reduce this. You don't like how this is looking. Maybe you want to reduce this like this, or maybe you want to increase this a little bit. Maybe for some reason, you want it to look like this. So this is how you do responsive design. For now, I'm going to change this to basically 0. So what we can do now is we can click on this section, go over here, we can make the section full width. You can see now that the section is all the way to the end, or we can just put this to the box and then we can put this to 0 like this. It will look like this. This is the default Elementor width. We'll go back here and we grab the inner section and we'll put it here. Then we can grab, maybe we can grab a heading, put heading in here, and then we can change the heading color like this. You go here and change the color to white. So pretty much all the settings are the same. So every single widget, the column, the section, they all get the same settings, right? So if you go in here inside the inner section, we can also go and give this inner section a background color. We go here, we can give it a background color if we want. Maybe we give it this color here. Now you can see that the inner section has a color. And now maybe we want to add spacing. We can go to the advanced and then we can add padding inside. Now everything that we're adding here is adding inside. So now you can see that the padding is adding inside. I will delete that for now. So let's say for example, we have this text selected. Let me go ahead and go here to advanced. We'll go to background color and then we can give this text a background color. For example, we give this color right here. So now you can see if we go here to advanced, if we add margin, margin is going to add this space outside the text. You can see it's adding the spacing outside this color. And then if we add padding, padding is going to add the space inside. Now you can see it's adding the space inside this background color, right? So now you can see the difference. And then let's say for some reason you want to delete this, you don't want this anymore, you can go ahead and right click here and then click on delete. So pretty much the same settings applies to every single widget that we have here. For example, if we add a button, then you will have the option to customize the button. You can change the button text from here and then we can choose the size of the button. So all these customizations here are pretty much self-explanatory. And then the alignment, you can align that to the middle, to the left, or you can just make it full width. And then here you can put the button link. And here if you want to use an icon, you can go ahead and select an icon here. You can select any of this icon right here. Let's select this one. Now you can see that we have an icon here and then you have the icon spacing to play around with the icon spacing here. But for now, I'll put none. I don't want any icons here. And then I'll put this to the middle like this. And then we can go to the styling. And then over here, once you click on the global icon, you can select any of these global fonts that we have here. And then you can also do the same thing with the color. You can choose the text color like this. We can choose any of the colors that we have here like this. You can also choose the background type. We choose the background color. You can choose any color that we have here like this. And then from here, if you want to add a border type, you can also go ahead and do that. I already showed you how to do that before. And then you can give the border a color. Let's say we give it this color. Now you can see the border. Let me go ahead and remove that. And then the border radius, you can also add a border radius like this. So this is how you use the border radius. And then we go to advanced, the same thing applies here. You can also add margins. You can also add paddings inside as well. So now that you get the idea or kind of get the hang of it, how to use Elementor, you can go ahead and start designing the website. You can actually go ahead and start designing this page right here. For example, let's go ahead and design this hero section. We're only going to design the hero section because I already have this page created for you guys. You can just go ahead and download it and import it to your website. So here, all you need to do is if you want to get rid of anything that we have here, go ahead and click on this X to get rid of it, or you can just right click and then click on delete. So now that we got rid of everything, all you need to do now is go over here. You can see what we have here. Like I said, every design that you have on your website starts with a section. So now you can see this is a 2-column section, and then inside the column we have some text widgets here, we have a button, we also have some images over here. So let's go back here to this home page. We are going to add a 2-column section like this, and now we select the section, and then we are going to change the height to minimum height. Maybe we can increase this to 600 or maybe 500 actually. Inside the first column we want to add a title. So obviously you can use the Elementor title widget here, but that's not the widget that I'm using. You can scroll down here all the way to, so these are Elementor Pro widgets. So if you have Elementor Pro, you can use any of these widgets, including the animated heading like this. I don't have Elementor Pro installed, so I won't be able to use any of these widgets right here. So if you scroll down all the way here, all the way to Essential Add-on, so this is the plugin that we installed earlier. So if you type title here, you can see here that we have a dual color title here. So this one is from the Essential Add-on for Elementor. You can see that it has an icon here that says EA, so that's the Essential Add-on for Elementor, and that's what we are using here. If you go over here, you can see the design that we have here, and once you drop that in here, if you want to have these separators here, you can go ahead and enable this separator here, so that way you have this separator icon here. For the icon, we don't need an icon, so go ahead and delete this icon, and then the tag, we can change this to H1, and then the heading, we paste this one here like this, and then we paste this one, enhance, we paste that one in here, and then description, we can go ahead and paste the description in here. So now you can see we can change the alignment to left like this, which is what we have over here. And then if we go to styling here, and then the icon styling, we don't have any icon, so we ignore that. And then the color and typography, this is where we can change the solid color here. Maybe we can change that to our accent color, which is blue. And then we can change the other main color to maybe this strong text color we have here. And then the subtitle, we can also change subtitle to one of our text colors here. And then the separator, this is where we can change the color for the separator. And then here, if you notice, we have 2 lines here. If you put a distance between the lines, you can see that we have 2 lines here, right? Just like we have over here. And then here you can change the width of the line. You can also change the width of the right one like this. And then inside here, you can change the color. Maybe we can change this one to black like this. This second one, we change it to black. And then if you select the left one, you can also change the left one to whatever color that you want. If you change this to this color, it will change, but I'll change this one to this color right here, to the blue color. So that's pretty much how we achieve this section here. So this up to 60% off here, we are using the divider widget. So go ahead and type divider here, and then grab this divider widget here, and then add it in here. And then if you go in here, we can add an element, we can add a text. So inside here, you can see now that it says divider, we can go here and change this text to up to 60% off. And once you do that, you can also change the style of the line, this solid line here. You can change this to dotted lines like this. Maybe you can change this to curly lines like this. So up to you, you can go ahead and change this to anything you want. Go to styling, and then over here like this, we can change the color of the line. And then the width, we can also change the width like this, but I'll leave that on 1 for now. And then the size, we can also change the size like this. And then the text, we want to change that text to look like this. We have the text over here, and then we have the line like this. We can also do that. You can go ahead and select this left, and then the spacing, we can add a little bit of space here. Let's go back to content here. We can also change the style. We change this back to solid. And then we can change the width. We can reduce the width a little bit like this. And now we can select this text module again. And then now we want to add a negative bottom margin. So this is going to close this gap that we have here. So you have a negative margin here. I think this is fine. So now let's go ahead and select the text and give it a different color. We change this to this color right here. So now that we have that out of the way, the next thing we need to do is to add a button. So go ahead and grab a button. Go here and grab a button like this. Where's the button? We go to basic and we grab a button here. You can go ahead and customize the button just by clicking here. You can change the hover color to this one. So when you hover over it, it will look like this. I will change the text to white. I will change the normal background color to this color right here, and then change this one to white as well. So now you get the idea. I will leave the button like this. If you want to customize that more, you can go ahead and play around with it. I've showed you how you can do this. It's very easy to do. So right now you can see that every everything that we added here is inside this first column, and the second column right here, you can see that we don't have anything inside this column, and we are going to leave that like that because we are going to be using a background image inside this section that is going to look like this. So we want to use the same background image that we have here. So what I will do is you go back here. This time we want to add a multiple image. You can see that we have a different background image here that is changing every few seconds. It will change to a different image. If we refresh this, you can see that this image is changing, right? And it's going to change to the other one. So to do that, all you need to do is to add a slideshow. So once you select the slideshow, go ahead and select the images that you want to use as your background image. So I will select 3 images here. I will select this one, and this one. Go ahead and click on Create New Gallery, and then from here go ahead and click on Insert Gallery. Now you can see that we have the images here. And then over here, we can also add animation, something like that. We can add Kanban effect. That's the effect that we have here. You can see that it's zooming in and then it will fade out. You can also change this to zoom out. We have the out here. It will be zooming out like this. So you have the option here. So this is exactly how we created this. So now you can see this is the exact design that we have over here. So another thing you can do is if you want, you can quickly add a background overlay here. If you want, let's add a background overlay. Maybe we can just add a little bit of, maybe we can add a white color here. Just fade it out a little bit like this. So something like this, but you don't need to have that. You can also go ahead and remove that if you want, but I'll leave that white color for now. And then here we can just quickly change these colors. So now you get the idea. You can see this is exactly what we have over here. If we go, this is exactly what we have. So here for the background image, I know some of you guys have complained in the past that you are not able to regrade the background images that I used. So I've gone ahead and graded them inside Canva this time because I used to grade them using Affinity Photo, so there's no way for me to share it with you guys, but this time I've graded them using Canva. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so you can click on it and use the same Canva template that I'm using to regrade your background images. All you really need to do is to swap the images around. So let me show you how to do that. So once you click on the link in the description box below, or you can just go to this website right here, you can go to shop.wplifestyle.com/freebies. This is also how you can get the template kit for free. So once you land on this page, the first thing you need to do is to create a Canva account. So if you don't have a Canva account yet, you can go ahead and create one for free. If you already have a Canva account, you can skip this step. So for those that don't have a Canva account, you can click on this link right here to create a Canva account. It's completely free. So once you're on this page, you can go ahead and sign up for the free Canva account, or you can just try the Canva Pro for free. I think it's for 30 days. So with the Pro version, you will have access to a lot more tools that you need to create the images, the graphics that you need for your website. So if you don't have an account yet, you can go ahead and sign up. I already have an account, so let me go ahead and log in. Okay, so I've gone ahead and log into my Canva account here. So go back to this page. All you need to do is to click on what you want to edit. You can edit the hero section, or you can edit the sales banners. So the sales banners are basically all these little banners that we have here, like all these sales banners that we have here. So let's go ahead and edit the hero section here. So go ahead and click on edit, and this is going to show you a template that I created for you. Go ahead and click on use this template. So keep in mind that this is not going to change the main template. It's just going to make a copy of it. So now you can see this is a copy of the hero section. You can actually change the name here. So you have all the 3 images that I'm using here. So all you really need to do is to change the images right here. So let's say for example you want to change this image right here. All you need to do is to upload the image that you want to use. You can pretty much drag any image and just drop it right here, and from here you will see all the images that you just uploaded. Click on it and drop it right here on your page. Now you can go ahead and maybe delete this one, and then you can replace it with this one right here. And then maybe we want to use this Google Home here. You can select that as well. You can see that this Google Home actually have a background. Let me add a background here so you guys can see what we are working with. So you can see that we have a background here. This is a white background, and we don't want that. We want a transparent background. All you need to do is to go here and click on edit image, and then over here we can click on background removal, and this is going to remove the background. Keep in mind that this is a pro feature, right? So if you want to use these features, you will want to sign up for the pro version. You can do this in here, or you can use any other background remover to do this, and then you can upload the image here. And then we're also going to be downloading this design with transparent background, and to be able to do that, you are going to need a pro version to be able to do that. Right here you can see that this is a pro version, so this is why I said you can sign up for the pro version for 30 days, and 30 days is enough time for you to be able to create all the assets that you need for your website. And then after that, you can decide whether you want to renew it or not, so that's totally up to you. So let's go ahead and delete this one as well, and then this one we can add this one here, maybe reduce the size a little bit like this, and then maybe we can also add shadow to it. Let's go here and click on edit image, and then here we want to click on shadows, and now we can select any of these shadows here. Maybe we can add this one like this. Okay, so this one looks nice. I like that shadow. Or you can try this one. No, not that one. Maybe this one. That one is not good either. I think I prefer this one. And then if you click on this setting icon here, you can also change the direction of the shadow. You can also increase the opacity and also reduce the opacity like this. You can also change the angle like this. Okay, so that's not bad. And then we can also add the shadow on this one as well. So let's see what else we can add here. Let's go back here to, we can actually use one of their images here as well. They have the free ones and the pro ones as well. Maybe here we can look for shoes just for fun. Let's add some shoes in here. All right, so we have some shoes here. So some of them are free, you can use for free if you're using the free version, and then some of them you need the pro version to use them, like this ones for example, right? So let's say we want to add one of these shoes we have over here. Maybe we can add this one. How about this one? Let's add this one. All right, so that's not bad. And let's go over here and add a shadow to this one as well. And then we can bring this to the front, and we can change the position. We'll bring it forward, bring this to the front like this. So you get the idea. Once you mess around with this, and once you're done with all your settings, the same thing applies to this ones. I'm just going to do only this one. Let me go ahead and download this one with the background color. I will select this one, unselect all of them and select only the page one. Go ahead and download this. Okay, so we downloaded one with the background color, and then the next one we are going to download this one as a transparent background. Then go ahead and click on download. So now you can see our two downloads right here, right? So head over to your website. We're going to click on the section icon. We're going to go back to styling, and then we can click here to select images again. And this time we're going to delete some of these images. We're going to delete this one, and then we're going to upload new ones. We drag this one and drop it here as well. So now we have the two images. Let's go ahead and insert them to the gallery. So now you can see what this looks like, right? So I just downloaded this one so you guys can see the difference, right? So this one with the background doesn't look good, except you're going to use a background that you'll be using on your website. Maybe you can use a white background or something like that. So this is how you can customize the hero section. You can also do the same thing with the banners that I have on the website as well. So you have a link to the banners here. Just go in there, change your images, and then you're done. Download it, and then you can use it on your website. So now that you're a little bit familiar with how Elementor works, I will leave you to it. You can go ahead and continue designing your entire pages. Let's go ahead and import the templates that I created for you guys. So because we're going to be using the templates, I'm going to delete all this that we have over here. So let me go ahead and click on this delete section to delete everything that we have here. So now that I deleted everything, if you want to go back to history, for example, now you have history here. If we go back here and click here, now you can see that the section will come back. So you can go back in time. If you make any mistakes, you can go back here before where I removed the section, and then you can recover everything. If you click on save now, and then if we click on preview right here to view the page, now you can see what our page looks like. So don't worry, we're going to also customize the header as well. I will show you how to do that in a bit, but for now the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and import the template that I created for you guys. So to get the template, all you need to do is to go back to this page. Once you're on this page, go ahead and click on this button that said click me to download. So once you put your name and email address here, go ahead and click on this button to subscribe. So once you subscribe, you get this notification here that said please check your inbox for the download link. All you need to do is to go to the email address that you entered in here. So once you log into the email address that you used to sign up, you will see this email here from Wplifestyle. Go ahead and click on it. So once once you open the email, you can see a download link here. Go ahead and click on that download link. Now you can see that your file will start downloading right away right here. So all you really need to do is to grab this and upload it on your website. To do that, go back to your website. Let's go to dashboard. So from this dashboard, all you need to do is to go to Elementor, click on Elementor over here, click on experiment. So over here on experiment, scroll down all the way to import and export template kit. Change this to active and then scroll down and click on save changes. So once you click on save changes, if you now go back to Elementor and then click on tools over here, now you will see that we have import and export template kit option here. So that way you can import or export template kit. All you need to do now is to click import template kit. So now go ahead and drag the zip file that we just downloaded and then upload that here. So from here you can see that it's telling you that some templates requires Elementor Pro, and that's because we have that template for homepage number 2, but don't worry, it will still upload, but it's just not going to work properly. All you need to do is to use homepage number 1 if you don't have Elementor Pro. I will also leave the link for Elementor Pro in the description box below. So if you want to get Elementor Pro, I will really appreciate if you use our affiliate link, so that way you'll be helping me out to continue to create these videos for you guys for free. But if you already have Elementor Pro, you can go ahead and use that template. If you don't have Elementor Pro and you cannot afford to get Elementor Pro right now, you can also use the homepage number 1 that I created for you guys. This one does not require Elementor Pro. So let's get back here. So if you want to import the theme setting, the style and everything, this is where you want to do that. If you already have your theme and site setting done, you might want to uncheck this. If not, check everything and go ahead and click on next. So now you can see that your kit is now live on your website. So let's go back to dashboard. So once you're on the dashboard, all you need to do is to go over here and click on view website. So now you can see that we have the exact same design. You can see that this is looking really nice. So go ahead and click on edit with Elementor. So here you can see we're using this product grid right here. This is for the essential add-on for Elementor. That's what we're using. And then you can go ahead and customize it. And then this second one right here is just using the shortcode. You grab that widget and then you put it in here. And then you can grab the shortcode. I will leave this shortcode in the description box below. You can grab this and then just come back to this one and paste it in here like this, or you can just type it. It's very simple. You can see here we just have products and then we have the limit. The limit is equals to 4. Right here you can see that we have 4 here. That's the products. We have 4 products. If we change that to 3, for example, like this, now you can see that we have 3 products, and then we also have the columns. We have columns equals to 4. We have 4 columns, so we're going to have this gap here. If we change this one to 3, you want to make sure that you change this one to 3 as well. So that way we'll have 3 products here and it will look good. So this is pretty much easy to understand. If you want to change this to 5, you can always go ahead and also change this to 5, or whatever you want to change this to, right? It will look like this. You can also change the product limits to 5 as well, and then it will only show 5 products like this. So this is something that you can play around with if it's something that you like. And then once you finish, you can go ahead and click on update over here, and then you can follow the same step that I showed you earlier to change any of these. You can click on the text to change it over here. You can also click on the image to change the image over here. You can select a different image. So this one's here, we don't have the background type inside the section, right? So you select the column this time, and then you go to styling, go to background image, and then you can select any other background image. Maybe you can just select the one that we just uploaded here. Click insert. So now you can see what that looks like. And then you can also change the text colors like this. So go ahead and change all this to your liking. Once you finish, click update, and then go ahead and click on this hamburger icon and click on view page, and then your page is going to look like this. You can see that this page is looking pretty good. Right here you can see that this is a little bit messed up. Let's go back here and fix it. So let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. Let's see what's going on here. So this text right here is too big. I don't know why. So what we can do here, we can go to styling, and then we can go to name. We go here, we change the text to, we change the size a little bit like this. So once you finish with that setting, maybe you want to change the color to whatever you want like this, and then the images are not showing. You need to select an image, and that's because we don't have any image selected. So click on the content here, choose an image. We'll go here and select image. We select any of the images here. So let's use this one. So go ahead and insert this. So you get the idea. Once you finish here, all you really need to do is to right click on this, copy it, and then come here and paste the style like this. So this is a great great way to save time. Paste the style here and they're all going to look exactly the same. And then you can select this one and also change the image. So that's pretty much it. You can see that this is looking good already. And then the contact form here, go ahead and select a contact form here. Select one of the contact forms that we have here. Maybe select this one. It will look like this, or you can just select this one as well. We have the contact form too. So if we go back here to dashboard, you go to plugins, you can see that we installed a contact form plugin earlier, which is Fluent Forms, and that's what we're actually using to grade the forms. So go over here to forms, and then you can click on all forms. You can go ahead and click on edit form to edit any of these forms. You can see the form settings here. You can go ahead and play around with that. I'm not going to cover that much in this video because I do have another video showing you exactly how to grade contact form, how to customize contact form using Fluent Form. So if you want to check that video out, I'll leave that in the description box below. And then once you finish creating your contact form, if you go back to the website, let's go to the contact page and also the about page. You can see we don't have anything here, and that's because after we imported the template kit, we didn't actually assign the pages to the menu. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to appearance and then go to menus, and then now this time let's go ahead and actually add the about and contact. What's the home page number 2? What is that? Let's add that here. Let's save changes. Now let's refresh the page. So now you can see that we have this home number 2. So this is home page number 2. That's the one we created with Elementor Pro. You can see that that's not looking good because we don't have Elementor Pro on this website. Obviously, don't use this homepage if you don't have Elementor Pro. If you want to use this homepage, you can use the link in the description box below, grab Elementor, and then you can use the homepage. If not, for now, let me go ahead and remove that from my menu right here. So I'll remove that. Now go back here and refresh the page. Now we have a contact page that is actually working, and we also have an about page as well. So what you can do now is go back here, and then we can add maybe the my account, shop, and also my cart page, and also the checkout page, and then you can add all that to menu. Let's move the shop page over here. Let's click on save changes. Now let's go back here and refresh the page. So for now, what you need to do is to go to contact and then click on edit with Elementor, and then all you really need to do here is to go to this setting icon here and change this to Elementor full width. Now you can see that the page is now back to full width, and then you can go ahead and customize the page as usual, and then also click on this form icon here. Go here and select the contact form that you just created. I will select contact form number 1 and then click on save changes, and you're pretty much done. And then you go back here and view page, and then do the same thing with the about page, and now you can see that your website is pretty much almost done. The next thing we're going to do is to customize the cart page, my account page, the checkout page, the header, and also the footer. Okay, so to customize your shop page, all you need to do is to head over here to this customizer tab right here, or you can just go back to your WordPress dashboard, click on appearance, and then you can also click on customize from here, and this will take you to your theme customizer, right? So from here you can go ahead and customize the shop page. All you need to do is to scroll down all the way to WooCommerce, click on that. So from here you can see all the WooCommerce pages. You can see here that we have the store notice. So this one, if you want to turn this on, you can enable this from here. So once you enable that, you will see here that we now have a notification here telling people that this is just a demo store for testing purposes. So if you want to enable that, this is how you can do it. If not, you can go ahead and disable that. So once you're done here, you can click on the back button to go back, and then we have the product catalog. So the product catalog is basically your shop page like this. This is where you can customize the layout of your shop page. If you want to disable the product archive title, which is this one here, you can click on this to disable it. Now you can see that the product title will be gone like this, and then we have the product layout. So when you hover over this, you can see that this is the above content layout, which is what we are using here. So that way we can get this above content that we can design and customize the way we want. If you don't want that, you can go ahead and choose this other layout, but if you want that, you select this layout, and then you can decide the width of the container. You can set it to standard, full width, or content, and then you can also decide the position of the archive title. We can align that to the middle, right, or left, and then we can also stretch the above content container like this. And then if you want to enable the breadcrumbs, you can go ahead and click on this eye icon here, and that is going to go ahead and enable that breadcrumbs for you. So here you can see that we have home/shop. If you want to disable that, you click on the eye icon again, and that will disable that for you. So the same thing goes with the title. So we don't have any description. If you have one, you can also disable that from here. This is for the archive section, which is this top area, and then if you scroll down here, this is for the archive layout. So this is the current layout that we have with no sidebar. If you want to have a sidebar on the left, you can click on this left sidebar sidebar. Then you have your sidebar over here on the left. I will show you how to create a sidebar. So after you create your sidebar, all your sidebars will show up in here. You can go ahead and select any of the sidebars that you want to display. Maybe you want to display sidebar number 1 or number 2. You can select that from here. If you select number 2, that will display here, right? And then if you want the sidebar on the right, you can select this right sidebar, and then your sidebar will display here. Let's change this back to sidebar number 1. So that's the layout. You can pretty much use any of these layouts. If you want it to be full width, you can select the full width and it will look like this. But for this tutorial, I'll go back to the normal layout, and then the content style, you can choose the content style from here. So this is the box layout. So once you choose that, you have all these products inside the box. Once you select the unbox one, everything will blend in with the background, you can see. So I'll keep this inside the box, and then you can enable or disable any of this. You can see the product result here. So once you disable that, you can see that the product result is gone. We also see the product drop down. Once you disable that, you can see the product drop down is gone. So that's totally up to you. And then we have the product image switch. So once you hover on the product, do you want it to zoom in, or if you want it to fade or slide? Once you hover on the product, you can see that the product will slide like this. So go ahead and play around with it and choose the hover effects that you want. And then we have the button action. So right here we have this on button slide. So once you click on it, the add to cart button will slide up. But if you want this to be always visible, you click on this one. That will make the cart button to be always visible. And then here you can see that we're using the button style. We're using a text. If you want it to be a button, select this one. Then this will be a button, right? It will show like this. And then if you look over here, if you look at these two products, for example, you can see that we have more space here, and then we have a little bit space here. So all these buttons are not aligned. So if you want to align all the buttons to the bottom, you can click this button right here. This will align all the buttons to the bottom. So if you look at this product, you can see all the buttons will align to the bottom, and then the space will be on the top. And then here you can choose the products to show. You can always leave this ones on default. Scroll down here, and then you can change how many products per row. So let's say here we have 4. If you want to change this to 3, you can change that to 3. Now you can see that we have 3 products like this. And then you can also choose how many rows per page. We have 4 rows. If you change this to 2, now you can see that we only have 2 rows. So you can play around with this, set this to whatever you want. I'll change this back to 4. And then we go to the mobile device. If you select the tablet option here, you can see what your product page will look on tablet. And then if you select the mobile here, you can see what it will look like on mobile phones. If you want this to be 2 columns on mobile phone, you select that. You can see that that's not looking good. You want to make sure you keep this on 1 column on mobile device, so you will see only one product at a time. So that way your product page will also look good on mobile device. So once you finish with the setting here, you can go to the design tab. So here on the design tab here, you can see that we have a product title color. So this is our product title. We can change that color to any color that we want. We can change it to this color. And then we have the product description color, the breadcrumbs color. We don't have those, so we'll skip that. And then we have the archive title background. So here maybe we can change the background to this color, for example. Now you can see that we have the archive background title like this. Maybe we can change the title back to white. And then for the title here, you can see that we have this to inherit. So if you want to change that, you can go ahead and click on it. And then from here, you can change the font. You can scroll down here and pick any font, or you can change the style. From here, maybe we can make it bold, and then we can change the size a little bit, maybe increase this a little bit. And then if you want to transform this to maybe all cap, you can select this, and that will be all capital letter. Let's increase this to maybe 60. The letter spacing, you can space that out if you want. Just play around with it. And then here you can see the responsive mode. You can click on the tablet to see what this will look like on tablet. Maybe you want it to be 50 on tablet, you can reduce that to 50. And then maybe on mobile phone you want it to be like 40, you can reduce that to 40 like this. And then once you go back to desktop, you can see that this is still 60, right? So any changes that you made inside this tab is only going to affect that particular screen size. So this is how you customize the shop page. And then here at the background, if you click on this, you can see here that we can also use a gradient background, or we can use an image. You can see here that we are using an image inside here. If you want to do something like that, all you need to do is to go over here to image, and then from here you can select a background image. Go ahead and choose one of the images that we have here. If you want, you can even choose this one. Go ahead and select that. And now that we have that image, we can select no repeat. We can also select cover like this, and then over here we can set this to fix or scroll. So we leave this on scroll for now like this, so you can scroll like this. And if you leave it on fix, when you scroll, it's just going to scroll over it. So let's select the scroll effect, and then here maybe we can change the hover color like this, and then we can reduce the opacity to whatever we want, maybe like this. And once you're happy with your design, you can go ahead and click on publish to save that, and then scroll down all the way here. From here we can change the product archive title. So the title now is black. We can change that to a different color if we we want. And then if you want to change the font, just click on any of this, and then from here we can change the style. Maybe we can change this to a little bit medium or maybe bold, and then we can change the size. Maybe we can make this 20, and then once you're done, click here to exit, and then you can scroll down to product archive price. So this is the pricing. We can also change that pricing to a different color. Let's click here and change the size a little bit. Let's make that 20 maybe, and change the style. Maybe we can make it a little bold. So you get the idea. You can go ahead and play around with all the settings here. Any changes that you made that you don't really like, all you need to do is to click on this reset values icon here. Once you click on that, you can see that it will go ahead and reset that value for you, and then you can go ahead and make the changes again to whatever you want. And then if you scroll down here, you can see the product archive button colors. You can see that this is on transparent. If we want to change that to maybe black or white, we can select that here, and then we can change the background color to maybe black. So once you change that, you will see the background color here. If you put your mouse here, it will tell you what this color is for. You can see that this is an hover color. Maybe we can change the hover color to something else. We can change it to this color. Once you hover over the button, it will change color, and then we can also change the hover color for the button text to maybe black, so that once you hover over it, it will be black like this. So this will apply to all the buttons on your shop page. So if you scroll down here, you can see that we have the button border colors here and the button border here. If you want to add a border, you can go ahead and select this, and then you can put the width of the border like this, and then we can change the color to maybe something like this. Now you can see the border right here. So I don't like that. I will click on this button to reset, and also reset this one as well. And then the border radius, you can change this like this if you want. You can change the border radius to whatever you want. It will look like this. And then over here we have the side background. So the side background is going to change the entire background. So once you change this to this color, for example, now you can see the color that we have. Obviously don't do that. Let's go ahead and reset this. And then the content background, if you change the content background, you can see the content background here. So most of this, if you don't know what they are, go ahead and try it out, and then you can see what it is. And then if you don't like it, you can go ahead and click on this reset button to reset that. Once you finish, go ahead and click on save changes. So now you can see that the shop page is looking good. Now if we go back here, if we scroll up and go back here, we can go ahead and do the same thing for the single product page. So our single product page will be if you open any of these products. So that is our single product page. We can go ahead and do exactly the same thing. You can go ahead and play around with it. You scroll down here, you can disable or enable any of these that you want. So here, for example, we want to enable some extras. We can go ahead and enable this. Now you can see that we have some extra information here, and you can change any of this by clicking on this drop down icon here, and then you have the option to change all this information here. And the icons that we have here, we can change that to a different icon. Maybe we prefer this one, we can change it to this one, and you have to do that for every single one of them. And then we can show some payment information. We can show the payment method that we accept. So these are the payment methods that we accept. You can click on this drop down arrow here to select the payment that you want to show. Maybe you don't accept Discover and MX, you can go ahead and disable that. Maybe you can enable Apple Pay and also enable Stripe or something like that. And then from here, the custom one, you can also add a custom one by selecting the image of the one that you want to add. Let's just pick a random image here to show you an example, and it has to be a transparent background. So once you pick that, it will show here. And then if you want to remove it, you can go ahead and click on remove, or you can just click on this button here to disable that. You can see that the one that we just added is gone. And then here you can see that we have the actual colors of the payment icons that we have here. And then if you want everything to be gray, you can go ahead and select this gray icon here, and that will change all this payment method to gray. But if you want to keep that to be inherent, you can select this one, and that will show the actual color of this payment method. And then scroll back up here, maybe this one we want to do free shipping for orders over $100. We can change this to $100 or maybe $150. Now you can see that this will change to $150. And then if you want to display the product category, you can go ahead and enable this. Now you can see the product category here. So these are cell phones. And then if you want to disable any of this information here, you can go ahead and click on the eye icon here to disable that. So once you click on this, for example, now you can see that you just disabled the extras. I'll go ahead and enable that again. And then we have the custom button here. So you can see the default button that we have. If you want to change that to the custom one, you can enable this. Now you can see that the button will change like this. And then here we also have the product variation display. So this is for horizontal or vertical display. This product is a simple product, so you won't see that option. Let me go ahead and update this. Click on publish to update, and then let's go back to shop page. Let's select a variable product so that you guys can see that example. So let's select this one. So once we have that open here, now you can see here, if we go back here to color, right, we have to choose a color for this product. We have to choose a different color. color. If we change this to the vertical one, the drop down will look like this, and then once you select the horizontal, the color will be on the side like this. So you decide how you want to display that, and then the tab style, this is the tabs that we have over here. You can change that to normal, or you can change that to the middle. I'll leave this on normal. So now once you finish here, we can go back up here. We can customize this above content area. So let's select the extra title area. So that is going to show the extra title area like this. And now if we go back to design, now this is where you can customize the colors. You can change the color to black or any color that you want. Let's change that to black for now. And then the breadcrumbs, maybe we can change that to this color, or maybe let's change it to this orange color, and then we can change the hover color to this one like this. And then if you want to use a featured image for this background, you can go ahead and enable that. So that means you are going to use this image that we have here as your background, but we don't want that. We'll go ahead and disable that, and then we can go ahead and give this a different color like this. Maybe we can use a background image just like we did before. So these are pretty much the same process. I will show you guys this one more time, and then you can follow the same process to do that for every single page. Once you select that image, you can see that we have multiple of the same image. You can click on no repeat, and then we can choose the background size to be cover, and it will look like this. Or if you want, you can change that to content. It will look like this. And then once you finish here, if you select on the tablet icon, you see what it will look like on tablet. If you select the mobile icon, you will see what it will look like on the mobile phone. So from here, you can go ahead and remove this background color that we have here. And the reason why this background color is showing is because we have the image as a transparent background. So maybe we can change this to white, or you can just reduce the opacity like this to remove the color completely. And then let's go back to image, and then let's go to background overlay and select an overlay color. So we select this color, and then we can reduce the opacity like this maybe. So you can scroll down here and do the same for the product title. You can change the color for the product title here. Let's go back to general here. Maybe we want to put this product here inside a box. So we go to the content style. You can see here that we have no box. We are going to select this one that said box. So once you select that, it will put this product area inside a white box like this. I think this look a lot better, right? So if you like this better, you can go with this. If not, you can choose this one. So it doesn't really matter which one you choose. So once you finish here, go ahead and click on publish. So this is pretty much how you can customize every single WooCommerce pages, right? So you can go ahead and do the same thing for other WooCommerce pages that we have here, just like the checkout page. So once you come here on the checkout page, you can do the exact same thing. You can go ahead and select the company field. So maybe if you want to disable this company field, you can make this hidden. So you can also make this address number 2 hidden as well. You can also make the phone number required, or you can also make that optional. So this is completely up to you. And then the privacy policy page, we don't have any privacy policy page. You actually need a privacy policy page if you are selling a product, so that way your customer can agree to your terms of services or maybe your terms of condition. So I'll show you how to create one. All you need to do is to go to this website. It's a free privacy policy generator and also terms and condition generator. So I'll leave the link in the description box below. All you need to do is to click on the link, and then it will bring you to this page right here. Once you're on this page, go ahead and put your company name, put your website name, put your website URL, click on next. So pretty much follow the instruction, put your business information, and it's going to go ahead and generate that privacy policy for you. And then go ahead and copy that. Let's just copy this as an example. Once you copy it like this, you can go back to your website. So once you go back to your website, go ahead and click on pages, and then from here you can add a new page, and then you can give the page a title. You can call this one privacy policy. Paste the information that you just copied, just paste that in here like this, and there you go. You can see that you have a privacy policy page. Once you paste that in here, go ahead and click on publish, and then once you're done with this, you can go back here and click on pages again, click on add a new page, and then click on the link in the description to go back to this website. This time we want to grade the terms and condition. I think I clicked on this one before, but they are basically the same thing. This one is for terms and condition, and this one is for privacy policy. So I will leave both link in the description box below. So it's exactly the same thing. You put in your business information over here, and once you go through the 3 steps, and then you are going to get your privacy policy generated for you. So once you do that, you can copy that information again. And let me go back over here. I'll name this one terms and condition. So paste it right here, and then go ahead and click on publish. So now if we go back to this page right here, let's go ahead and refresh this. So once you refresh this, you can go back to WooCommerce here, go back to checkout. Now if you scroll down here to privacy policy page, we can go ahead and select that privacy policy page that we just created, and then also select the terms and condition page that we just created as well. So now what will happen is, before your customer will be able to check out on your website, they will have to click on this button right here to accept your terms and condition and also agree that they have read your privacy policy see. So that's what you can do here. And now that we're done with this, right, so we want to go ahead and customize the above content here as well. But then if you look over here, you can see that we don't have any design tab. So let's say, for example, if you go back here and click on the product catalog, you can see that we have a general tab and then we have the design tab. This is where we can customize this above content layout to make it look like this. But here on the checkout page, we don't have that option here. You can see that we don't have the option to customize this above content layout. And then if you also go to my account page, you can see that we don't have that option as well. So what you can do in this case is to click on this back icon. So go back all the way here, and then all you have to do is to click on general settings here and then click on colors. And then from here, we can go ahead and scroll down to the bottom here. You can see that we have the above content background. Go ahead and change that background to any color. If you change it to this color, you can see that that will apply here as well. So this time, let's go ahead and add an image. Select an image and then choose the image that you want to use. And then from here, you can position the image like this and click on no repeat, click on cover, or maybe click on content, and that will look like this. Obviously you don't want that, so make sure you have that on cover like this. And then go to above content background overlay. You can give that a background overlay, and then you can reduce the opacity like this. And then from here, you can also change your link colors as well. You can see that our link color is this color, and then when you hover over it, it will change to this one. Maybe if you want to change that to this one instead, it will look like this. So all the link on your website will change to this color. So this is how you can do that as well. And then once you finish here, if you want to customize the title, you have to go back to typography, go back here and click on typography here, then scroll down to this area that said title above content. All you need to do is to click on this, and then you can change that to any color that you want. You can change that to white, or maybe we can change that to black like this. And then you can also change the style from here. We can make that a little bold, and then maybe we can increase the size a little bit. And then you can also change the letter spacing as well. So make sure it's the same with the other pages that we customized already. I'm just using this as an example so you know how you can do this. And then once you finish here, you can go ahead and click on the back button here. Now if we click on the my account button here, you can see that the my account will also be customized as well. So this will also apply on the my account page. So this is pretty much how you can customize all these pages. So let's go back here as well. Let's click on the back icon. So let's go ahead and go through these settings here. So the layout, this is where you can change the layout of your website. You can see our layout right now is on 1290 pixels. We can also change that like this if we want. You can see the layout is changing here, but we can just go back here and click on reset, and that will reset back to default. So you can do the same with all the settings right here. You can go ahead and change any of this layout here. Anyone that you don't like the outcome, you can go ahead and use the reset button to reset it back to default. So let's go back to sidebars. So this is where you can customize your sidebar. Let's say, for example, if we go to the shop page, right now we don't have any sidebar here. Let's go here and enable a sidebar. Let's go here, click on product catalog, and then we can change the layout from here. Let's choose this one with a sidebar. Then let's go back here and click on general settings, and then click on sidebar. And then now you can see that we have a sidebar here. You can change the width of the sidebar like this. You can reduce the width a little bit like this, and then you can also change the spacing like this as well. And you can also enable the sticky sidebar, so that way when you are scrolling like this, your sidebar will be sticky here and you can still see the sidebar as you are scrolling. Or maybe you want to enable only the last widget, which is this recent comment here. If you click on this to enable that, you can see that only this widget will be sticky. But for now, let's go ahead and disable that. And then here over the design tab, we can go ahead and customize the look and feel of this sidebar. Let's go ahead and change the color first. We change the color like this. We can link all this and put a little bit of padding in there like this. And then we can change the link colors. Maybe we can change those colors to white. This is not looking good. I'm just showing you an example. We can change the width a little bit like this to make it look a lot better. So once you finish here, you can go ahead and click on publish. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and remove the sidebar. So let's go back here and click on general settings again. So this is where you can customize all your buttons, your button text. So by now, I'm pretty sure you're really familiar with all these settings here. They're pretty much the same process. So here under the typography, this is where you can customize all the different type of headings that we have on the website. You can change your H1, H2, H3. You can change the color from here. You can also change the font and size from here as well. So these are pretty much the same process. Let's go back to colors here. So here we have 3 different color palettes here under colors. These are all the colors we are using on our website. So if you want to easily change the colors on your website, all you need to do is to come here and switch to a different color palette. So this is why I mentioned earlier that you should use your theme colors, or if you want to use Elementor colors, you use only Elementor colors like the global colors. So that way, if you want to change the color of your website, you can easily come in here and all you need to do is just click the color color palette that you want to use. Maybe you want to use the color palette number 2. Once you select that, it's going to go ahead and change your entire website to this color palette number 2. Now you can see the colors that we have on the website has changed. Every single color has completely changed. If we select the color palette number 3, now you can see that everything will also change to that color palette number 3. So you don't have to go and do this individually. So let's go back to our first color, and then if you go back here, we can go to the 404 page. So this is where you can choose the layout of your 404 page. So you already know how to use the designs, so go ahead and play around with that as well. And here we have the social media icons. So this is where you can put all your social media links, so that once you use them on your website, you don't have to put those links again because you already have them here. So you can go ahead and put in all the links to the social medias that you want to use on your website. So let's go back here to the main menu. This is where you can customize your header and footer. So let's go ahead and do header first. So we don't have any header customized here. So once you're on this page, you can see the header that we have. For example, this is where you can change your logo. You can select a logo for your website. So if you don't know how to create a logo, I'll leave a link in the description box below. You can go to Fiverr or maybe Upwork, and then you can find someone to create a logo for you for really cheap. Or you can also do it yourself using Canva. If you have Canva Pro, you can create a logo. They have a lot of templates you can use, and then you can export that logo as a PNG image, and then you can use it on your website as your logo. So for now, we are going to use any of these PNG images that we have here as the logo. So let's go ahead and select this one. We can use that as our logo for now, and then click on skip cropping. So now you can see that we have this as the logo over here, right? And then from here, you can also change the size and the width of the logo. Over here, you can choose whether to display only the logo or the logo and the title. So right now I'm displaying the logo and the title. So this is my title, Steven is my title. And then if you display logo, title and tagline, you can see your tagline will show here as well. So I'll choose the logo for now, only the logo, or maybe logo and title. And then the site icon is this icon that you see here. You can see that we have all this little icon here. For Canva, for example, you can see this little icon here. So for the site icon, let me go ahead and upload my site icon here. So you can see here, this is my site icon, and you can see that this icon has to be exactly 512 by 512. So once you grade that, go ahead and upload it. Once you select that, it will look like this. If we click on publish and then go here and refresh the page, now you can see that we have the site icon here. So let's go back here and continue. So click on back, and then let's go back to header. So from here, you can see the drag and drop header builder here. You can go ahead and build your header exactly how you want it. Right now we have the logo here, so maybe we want to move that logo over here to the middle. You can do that. Now you can see the logo will move to the middle, or you can just move it back over here. And then we have the primary navigation here. We can move that to the middle if we want, and then that will move to the middle here. And then maybe here at the edge, maybe we want to add like a button or something. So these are the available items that you can add on your menu. So you can grab, maybe you can grab a button, and then you can add that button over here. And maybe you want to add your cart widget as well. You can go ahead and grab that and drop it here. So you can see that your cart widget is showing here. If you want to move it to the side, you can also do that as well. Move it all the way over here. Now you can see the cart widget here. And then if you want to add your social media icons, maybe I can move this one over here, and then I can grab the social media icon and then drop it right here. So now you can see if you click on the social media icon, you can see you don't have the option to start adding the social media links because you already added that in here. If you go back here and click on general settings and click on social media links, so we already added those links here, so you don't need to start adding those links again. So that's why I said you should add them earlier, so that way when you are customizing this, it will be easier for you. So now we have all this here, and this is what our header will look like. I'm not going to go ahead and start customizing each of this because it's very easy to do. And then if you want to do any customization to any of these widgets that we have here, all you need to do is to click on the setting icon here. Once you click on that, it will open that setting tab for you. You can go to the design tab, and then you can do all the customization here as well. Let's say for example, this title, I want to change that to a different color. If you put your mouse over here, you can see this is the active color and this is the hover color, right? So once I select the active color, you can also choose the hover color as well. And then of course you can also change the font and size like this. And then once you finish here, you can come back here and click on the navigation menu. From here, you can also set your navigation menu. You can change the styling. You can select the menu that you want to use. We already have one selected, so we're going to use this one. And then the drop downs are these ones that we have here. You can go ahead and change the drop down setting. Click on drop down. You can see here we can add animation. We can add fade up or fade down. When you click on it, it will fade down like this. And then the width, we can increase the width. Once you drop down, you can see how big the width is. Obviously you don't want that. And then the drop down vertical spacing, we can also increase the spacing. So once you do this, you can see the amount of space that we have here. So you have so much control over what you can do do with your header here, and then you can go to the design tab. So here you can see the drop down background is this color that we have here. Maybe we can change the initial color. We can change that to this color. So once you drop down, you can see the color like this, and then the hover color might be a different color, and then you can see the hover color might be this color. So once you hover over it, it will look like this, and then the active color will be black. So play around with this. So let's go back to the main navigation here. Maybe we can change this one. Let's go to design tab. So from here we can change the navigation colors. We can change that to this color like this, and then the active color is black. Maybe we can change the active color to this one. Now you can see the active color here, and then the hover color might be the black one. We change that to black. When you hover over it, it will be black. And then if you want to have a navigation background, you can select that background as well, but obviously you don't want that, so go ahead and reset this. And then the same thing goes with the button. You have all the settings for the button here. You can put your button URL. So where do you want this button to go? Maybe you want the button to go to your shop page, for example. You can select this, and then you can change this to shop now. So this is just an example, and then if you want that to open in a new tab, you can select that. And then if you want to set a no follow link, you can also set that as well. And then here we can choose the button style. We can choose outline or maybe field, and then you can decide who will be able to see this button. So if you want everyone to see that, you will have this selected. If you want all the logged out users to see it, you will have this selected. And then if you want only the logged in users to see it, you have this selected. So if I select this now, that means I won't be able to see the button because I'm logged in, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select everyone from here. And then if you go to design tab over here, you can choose the size of the button. You can use a custom size, or you can choose the large one or the small one. So go ahead and play around with it, and you have all the background colors and all that here, and the border radius, you have all those settings here, so you can play around with all those settings as well. And then here the menu background here, if you hover over the menu, you can see this pencil icon here. You can click on that to edit this background, or you can click on this setting icon here. So once you click there, you will get this tab here. You can see the main row background. We can change that main row background to any color that you want. If you change that to black, or you can even use an image or gradient color if you want, like this. You can use a gradient color, so you can play around and do a lot of stuff with your header. But for now, we'll leave this on white. So you have the option to do whatever you want, and then you can click on the social media icon to customize that as well. Once you finish here, go ahead and click on publish, and this is how you can customize your menu. So once you finish with your desktop menu, you can go ahead and click on the mobile menu. So once you click on mobile menu, now you can see that we have this hamburger icon here. So now inside here, you can see that we only have the hamburger icon. Maybe if we want to add something else here, we can go ahead and click on this off canvas menu. Maybe we can add a button here as well, right? So once you have the button in here, you can go ahead and follow the same process and customize your button. So now once you click on this hamburger icon here, you can see the off canvas menu. So these are all the things we have inside the off canvas menu. If I delete this button, now you can see that the button will be gone inside this off canvas menu. And then if you want to add the button out here, you can just click here and add the button, and then the button will show here instead of showing inside the off canvas menu. And you can also move the button around, maybe move it to the side here, and then the button will be just right beside the hamburger icon. And then if you want to customize this hamburger icon, you can click on this pencil icon, or you can just click on this setting icon here under the trigger. Once you click on that, you can choose the hamburger icon from here. Maybe you can choose this one, or you can choose this one. So once you choose the icon that you want, if you want, you can even add a menu label. Maybe you can call this menu. You add a menu label like this, and then if you go under the design tab, from here we can choose this to be box, and then it will have a box like this. And then you can also choose the color of the hamburger icon. You can change that color to any color that you want. So that's pretty much how you can customize the hamburger icon. And then if we come here and click on the off canvas menu, if we click here and click this so we can see what we are working with, you can see that we have this on side panel. If we click on full width, it's going to cover the entire screen. So I like to have that on side panel. I will leave that like this. So here you can choose the side. Maybe you want it on the left or on the right side, so this is completely up to you. And then the alignment, you can align that to the middle, right or left. And then the vertical position, you can see we have this on the top. You can have that to the middle or to the bottom like this, so I'll leave that on the top. And then if you go to design, this is where you can change the pop background. So the background right now is black. We can change that to this color if we want, or change that to this color, but I'll reset that and leave it on black for now. And then we have the close icon, which is this icon right here. You can change the size of the the icon. I will reset that and leave it on default for now. And then you can also add a background color to this toggle close if you want. For example, if we add a white background color, it will look like this, but I don't like that. I'll remove that. So you can see what you can do with this. So once you finish all your settings here, you go ahead and click on publish. Now let's go to the mobile view. So from here you can see what it will look like on mobile. It's pretty much the same with the desktop one. You can see that it's looking good. So let's go back to the desktop version here. So that's one way you can design your header, right? So right now if we scroll up, you can see that the header is not sticky. If you want the header to stick to the top, you can go here and click on sticky header, and then you can select what you want to stick to the top. For the header, for example, we don't have a top row. Let's say if you want to add a top row, you can also have that, or the bottom row. So you can add something on this top row. Let's say for example we can add a search icon here. We can also have HTML here, and all that will show on the top, and inside this HTML you can go in there and type pretty much anything that you want. But for this tutorial we don't need that, so we're going to go ahead and delete that. Also delete this one, so we don't have anything on the top row. So let's go back to sticky header here. So here we can just select stick the whole header. So once you select yes to the whole header, once we scroll up, now you can see that the header is sticky to the top. And then if you want the sticky header to shrink a little bit, we can enable this shrink main row on scroll. So this is the main size of the header. Now you can see that the header will shrink a little bit. And then if you want to have a different logo for your sticky header, you can enable that from here, and then select the logo that you want to use as your sticky header. So this time maybe we can select this one and then click on choose image. Now here you can see our logo right here. Once we start scrolling, you can see the logo will change to the second one. So this is how you can swap a logo, right? And now if you also want to enable sticky header on mobile, you can go ahead and do that. So now everything we are doing only applies to the desktop version. If we go to the mobile version, you can see that our header is not sticky. But if you select this option here to say yes on mobile as well, once you start scrolling, you can see that your header will now remain sticky as well. So this is how you can customize your header for your desktop, your tablet, and also for the mobile phone. So another thing you can do for your header is maybe you want to have a transparent header, and this is where you can do that as well. You go to this tab that says transparent header, and here you can enable transparent header. So once you enable that, the background color that we have here will automatically disappear. Now you can see that we don't have a background color here, and then every setting that you're going to do here is exactly the same setting that we had before. Once you're doing the setting, all you need to do is make sure that you have transparent header selected, and then you can go to design, and then every design that you are doing here will only apply to the transparent header. So right here you can see that you are designing the transparent header, and your transparent header will look like this, and you can see how good that looks, right? So if that's something that you want, you can go ahead and do that. And then if you want to turn off the transparent header, all you need to do is to head over here, click on transparent, and then you can click on disable transparent header. So this is exactly how you can customize your header. Now let's go back to the footer. Let's go back all the way here. Let's click on publish here. So from here, this time we can select the footer, right? And once we select the footer, you can see that we also have the same footer builder, right? And then here you can click on the copyright here, and then let's go up here so we can see our footer. So this is the copyright. So the year, your website title. So this is going to pick up your website title, and then it's going to put the cadence theme. If you don't want that here, you can go ahead and delete that. Once you delete that, maybe you want to say something else here, you can go ahead and type that in. And then here we have a link. If you want to add a link here, all you can do is to click on the link icon here, and then you can go ahead and put in the link that you want this to go to, and then click on enter, and then you can also align this to the left, to the right. So you have the option here, and this is just for the bottom row. You can see this is the bottom row, and then you can click on this setting icon to customize that bottom row. You can make the column spacing to be a little bit smaller. You can go to design over here, and then maybe you can change the background color to whatever you want. Maybe we can change this to black like this, and then we can select this inner column, and then here we can go to design, and then we can do the margin. We can do the margin top. We can reduce that a little bit. We can put 0 here. So now you can see that this look a lot better. And then maybe this text in here, we can go ahead and change the text to white. So you get the idea here. You can play around with this, and then inside here on the middle row, you can go ahead and add pretty much anything that you want to add in here. Maybe inside this middle row you want to add, for example, let's go back here. You can see what we have here. We have all this information here, but before you can add all of this like this, you need to go inside your widget and grade this. So let's go ahead and do that. So right here you can see we have widget number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We can grab the widget number 1 and maybe put it here. Nothing happened, right? Because we don't have anything inside this widget. And then we can also grab the, let's go here and see what we have. We have 3 columns. Actually we have 4 columns here. So let's get back here, click on the middle row setting, and then we select the 4 columns here. We can go back here. Inside the first column we put in the widget number 1. 1, and then we put widget number 2 in the second column, and widget number 3 in the third column, and then widget number 4 in the fourth column. So go ahead and publish this. Let's go back to your dashboard. Go ahead and click on dashboard, and then over here in the appearance section, go to widgets. So here you can see our sidebar. This is where you can add stuff to your sidebar. You can also see the footer. So this is where you can add stuff to footer number 1, footer number 2. So this footer number 1 is basically the widget number 1 that we saw earlier. So inside the footer number 1, you can see that we don't have anything here. So maybe inside here we can add a site logo. For example, you can add an image. So click the image. Now go ahead and select the image from your library. So let's go ahead and select one of these images that we want to use as the logo. Import that here, and then you can use this icon here to drag it to make it a little bit smaller like this. And then maybe we can also add paragraph. Maybe you want to put some information about your website. You copy that and paste it in here, or you can just type it in. So once you finish on this one, you can collapse this and then go to widget number 2. What do we have here? Inside here we have the product links. Go ahead and update this. Now let's go here to menu. So now here you can see that we have a main menu here. We can go ahead and create another menu. So let's call this menu quick link, and then we can go ahead and click on create menu. So inside this quick link, maybe we can go ahead and click on product categories, and now we can add any of these product category that we want. That way we can only select the product categories that we want and add that in there. So let's add 5 and then click on add to menu. So now go ahead and click on save changes. Now let's go ahead and create another one. This time let's create help. So help section. So create a new menu. We call this one help, and then click on create a menu. Maybe we can add a custom link. We call this link FAQ, and then you can add the link to your frequently asked question in here, then add that to the menu. So you can do the same thing for everything that we have here. You can add a link for your return, your customer service, your order status, your shipping, and all that stuff. So you can do the same thing using the custom link, and then you can add the link here. But for now, I'm just going to use random pages to fill this up. So I'll add the contact page, I'll add the about page, and maybe the shop page and cart page, and I'll add that in here. Then click on save menu. Now let's go back to widgets. So inside the widget, now we can go and select navigation menu. We type nav. So we see the navigation menu here. So we select that. Now we can select the navigation menu that we want to display. So we have all the menus that we created. So this time I want to select the quick links, and then maybe I can give the navigation menu a title from here. Maybe I can just call this quick links, and it will look like this. Then I'll go ahead and delete this title here. So once you finish with footer number 2, go ahead and collapse that, and then go to footer number 3. So in here we can add another heading, type nav, and then select the navigation menu. Then go ahead and select the menu, select the help menu, and display that in here. Go ahead and click on update. Now if we go back here and refresh this page, and then let's go back to footer again. Now let's scroll all the way up. Now you can see we have our navigation menu here. You can see that over here we have the widget number 1, widget number 2, widget number 3. So we don't have anything inside the widget number 4. What I can do is to go here and change the row to maybe 3 rows. So you got the idea. So from here, if you click on this pencil icon here, you can go ahead and edit this and change the size from here as well. We can change this to H1 to H3. We can just style it from here. You have the option from here. So that's exactly how we created this here. And then you can also go ahead and click on this pencil icon, or click on this setting icon for the middle row. And then you can also change the background color to anything that you want. Maybe you can change the background color to this. Just to give you an idea, you have this setting there. So you have the total control of how you want your footer to look. So that's exactly how we created this custom footer here. And then if you want to add more items to your menu, I've showed you how to do that. So you can follow the same step. Go ahead and add all the information that you want to add here. So let's say the link colors, for example, we can change those to white. So you can customize this link colors from here. The widget title, now we can change the widget title to anything that we want. Maybe we can change that to white. So this is exactly how you can customize your footer. Once you finish here, go ahead and click on publish. And then that's pretty much all the settings that we have to do here. Go ahead and click on exit to leave this page. So now you can see that your website is looking really good. If we go to the shop page, you can see that we have this shop page here. But if you have Elementor Pro and you want a custom shop page like this one, let's click on the shop page number 1. If you click here, you can see the product page that we have. This is also product page number 2. You can see the different product page that we have. have. So if you want your product page to look like this is actually created using Elementor Pro, and I do have a link for Elementor Pro in the description box below. So I already published this video on my YouTube channel. So after watching this video, you can go and watch this video. I have the link in the description box below. You can follow the video to update your shop page to look like this if this is something that you're looking forward to, but you do need Elementor Pro for this to work. And then if you click on any of these products, this is what your product page is going to look like. And then if you click on the cart page here, we have two cart page. So this is the first one. So if you compare this to what we have right now, you can see that this is looking a lot better and this is really nice. And we also have a simple one, which is cart page number 2, and it will look like this. And then if you go to my account page, you will have a nice custom my account page that look like this. And the same thing goes to the checkout page. Let's go to the checkout page here. You can see we have a custom checkout page, and this order details here is also sticky. When you scroll up, you can see that it will stick to the top. So if you're using Elementor and you're not using Elementor Pro yet, I don't know what you're doing, because with Elementor Pro, you have more control over your website, and you can also create a custom header. You can also create a custom footer. I do have another video for that. I will also leave that in the description box below. So that way you don't really need to use the theme customizer. You can go ahead and use Elementor to customize your entire website, including your footer, your shop page, your header. So you can use Elementor to create every single page on your website. So if you want to get Elementor Pro, go ahead and click on the link in the description box below. So for now, let's go ahead and continue the video. So now that we have your website and everything ready to go, the next thing we need to do is to go and customize your WooCommerce settings, add your store location, add shipping settings, also the payment settings, so you'll be able to accept payments on your website. To do that, all you need to do is to head over to your dashboard. So once you're on your dashboard, go ahead and click on WooCommerce and then click on settings. And then over here on the settings tab, this is where you can go ahead and fill in your business information. You can put in the address of your business, the city where your business is located, the country, the zip code. So put in all this information right here. And then over here on the selling location, you can select the locations that you want to sell to. If you want to sell to all the countries, if you are selling like a digital product that anyone can download, I think that is possible. But if you are selling a physical product that you have to send to your customer, I don't think it makes sense to sell to all the locations, because you might not be able to ship to those locations, right? So let's say here, for example, we want to sell to specific countries. So select that, and then here you can choose the countries that you want to sell to. So let's say, for example, I want to sell to Canada. So I'll type Canada here and select that, and then I want to sell to United States, and then I'll type United States here and select that. So I want to sell to only these two countries, and then I'll scroll down here and select the shipping location. So where do I want to ship to? Here you can see that we have the option to ship to all countries, specific locations only, but I want to ship to all the countries that I sell to, right? So it makes sense to ship to all the countries that I sell to. So I sell to Canada and I also sell to US, so I'll ship to these two countries. And then the default customer location, I'll leave that on shop based address. So this is how the shipping cost will be calculated. And then enable the tax rate and calculations. And then we also enable the use of coupon. So we are going to be creating a coupon. I'll show you how to do that as well. So enable that. And then here you can choose your default store currency. You can choose your country currency from here if it's available, but for now I'll leave this on USD. And then you can choose the currency position from here. So everything here looks good. So go ahead and click on save changes. And then once you do that, go ahead and click on products. And then over here on the product, this is where you select your shop page. That is selected for us already. And then all the settings here look good so far. You can also change your weight unit. You can change that from kg to pounds or gram, whatever you use. You can go ahead and change that from here. And then you can enable review on your products. If you disable this, customers will not be able to review the product. So you can go ahead and decide that and enable that from here. And then once you finish here, go ahead and click on save changes. And then you can click on this inventory tab here. So this is where you can enable stock management. So this will apply to all the products on your website. And then if you want to enable notifications like low stock notification and out of stock notification, this is where you will do that by selecting these two boxes here. And then you can put the email address you want to send the notification to. If you want to send this to multiple people, you can use a comma to separate the emails. You can add multiple emails in this box. And then you can put your low stock threshold. Maybe you want to get a notification when your product is remaining 5 in stock, or maybe when it's remaining 3 in stock. So you can select that from here. And then you can decide to hide out of stock items from your catalog. This will hide any product that is out of stock from your catalog so that your customer will not be able to see them. And once you finish here, go ahead and click on save changes. And then here on the next tab, we have the downloadable products. If you are selling any type of downloadable product, make sure you have this to force download. And then over here, you can decide whether you want your customer to be logged in before they can download the product, or they can just download it without logging in. So here you can decide that once you finish, go ahead and click on save changes. And then here we have tax. This is where you can set up your tax rate, but for now let's go ahead and skip that. I'll come back to tax a little bit later on in this video. So for now, let's go to shipping. You can see here that we don't have any shipping settings at all, so we need to add a shipping zone. So go ahead and click on add a shipping zone. Basically, the shipping zone is going to be for like a specific region or like a specific postal code. So for this tutorial, we're just going to keep everything simple. We're going to add a shipping zone for a specific country or a specific city instead of adding for postal codes and stuff like that. So that's going to make things a lot complicated. So let's go ahead and give this shipping zone a name. So we'll call this one Canada. So from here, we'll select the zone region. So this one is to ship to every single one in Canada, including all the provinces in Canada. So we're going to select Canada from here, and then go ahead and click on add shipping method. And here you can choose whether you want to add a flat rate or free shipping or local pickup. So we'll add a flat rate and then click on add shipping method. So now you can see that we have one shipping method here. So go ahead and click on edit. And then over here for the shipping method, you can change the title if you want. Is this taxable? If you want, you can say no, this is not taxable because this is just the shipping cost. And then to ship to everyone in Canada, we want to charge a flat rate of $20. So you put $20 in here, click on save changes. So now if we go back to shipping zones, you can see that we have one shipping zone here for Canada. The next thing we need to do is to add another shipping zone for US because we are shipping to two countries, right? We are shipping to US and Canada, right? So we'll call this one US, so United States. And then from here, we'll scroll down here and select United States. And this will apply to every single state in the United States. And then go ahead and click on add a shipping method. And this will also be a flat rate. Click on add shipping method. Then go here and click on edit. And then from here, change this to none. And then maybe everyone in US, we're going to charge them $30. And then click on save changes. So now if we go back here, maybe we want to add another shipping rate for people in British Columbia because I'm in British Columbia and the store is in British Columbia. So the shipping cost to ship to people in British Columbia might not be up to $20. Maybe we want to charge people in British Columbia $10 or maybe $5 because they are really close to the store. So all you need to do is to go back here and add another shipping zone. So this time we'll call this one Canada BC. So this one is Canada BC, British Columbia. So here we are going to select British Columbia, Canada, right? And then we're going to add the shipping method flat rate, or maybe we want to do free shipping for people in British Columbia because it's very close, right? So it costs like $10 or maybe $5 to ship to them. Maybe this time we'll add free shipping. Go ahead and click on add shipping method. And then over here, click on edit. And then for the free shipping, we need to add a condition, right? So because we are shipping this for them for free, for example, if we have a product that is cost $10, we don't want someone to buy that product and then we have to pay $10 to ship it to them. We want them to spend a minimum amount on the website before we can actually do free shipping for them. If not, they will have to pay the regular $20 that everyone else is paying. So what we need to do here is we can add a minimum amount. So you have to spend maybe at least $50 or maybe you have to spend at least $100. This is up to you. And then here you can decide whether that minimum amount is before coupon or maybe after coupon. If you want to do it before coupon, you can go ahead and activate this and then click on save changes. So now if you go back to shipping zone, you can see that we have 3 shipping zones here. And now we have this option here that is here by default. It said location not covered by your shipping zone. So let's say for some reason something happened and someone in Mexico will now order from your store. Maybe they're just right at the border of the US and then your website did not detect that they are not in the US and then they just ordered. Then you will have to charge them something for shipping, for example. So maybe here we can click here and then we can go here and add a shipping method for them. So we're going to add a flat rate. So this will be maybe $40. So anyone that is not within the shipping zone, that is a little bit outside the shipping zone, that managed to order something from our website, we'll charge them $40 to ship that to them. Once you add that here, we can go back to the shipping zone. Now you can see all the shipping zone that we have. And then from here, we can click on shipping options and you can enable the shipping calculation. We can calculate that on the cart page if you want to show this on the cart page, or you can just click on high shipping cost until address is entered. That means they will see the shipping cost on the checkout page. And then here the shipping destination, we can change this to default to customer shipping address and then go ahead and click on save changes. And then over here we have a shipping class, and this is like a more advanced shipping options. So I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'll be making another dedicated video to shipping. So shipping is like a whole complex area in WooCommerce because you'll be able to define your shipping based on weight, based on size, based on item. So you can do all that using some other shipping plugins plugins and stuff like that. So I'll do a dedicated video on shipping. So but for now, that's all we have for shipping. And then let's go ahead and skip the payment option. Let's go to account and privacy. So over here under the account and privacy, you can allow your customers to be able to place order without an account if you want that. If not, you can go ahead and uncheck this. And then if you want to allow customers to log into an existing account during checkout, you can also select this. So this is completely up to you. You can make that decision. And then the account creation, you can allow your customer to create an account during checkout. You can enable this if you want. And then you can also allow your customer to create an account from my account page. You can also enable this if you want. And then once you finish here, you can scroll down here to change any of this information. You can change how long you want to return pending orders, how long you want to return inactive account, how long you want to return failed orders. You can change that to days, weeks, months. And then after you finish here, you can go ahead and click on save changes. And then the next tab here is emails, right? You can go ahead and click on new order. So once you receive a new order, this is where the email notification is going to go. So let's go back here to emails. You can go ahead and customize this using HTML or text. This can be a little bit confusing for someone that is new to using HTML or text. So I'll show you how you can customize this easily using another email customizer plugin. So if you go here, you can see that I already have a video on this. You can go ahead and check the video out. I'll leave the link in the description box below. You can go ahead and check that out to see how you can customize your WooCommerce emails. So for now, I'll go ahead and close this. And then the next thing here is integration. You can see that there's not that much going on here. So we'll go to advanced tab. And then from here, this is where you can set up your pages. You can select your cart page, your checkout page, your my account page, the terms and condition page. So this page are already selected for us. You can leave these pages as they are. Everything here is looking good. So all you need to do is go ahead and click on save changes. So the next thing we need to do here is to take care of tax and also payments. So we need to install a plugin that will help us to automate the tax process on the website. And we also need to store some plugins for the payment gateway as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and head over to plugins here. Go ahead and click on add new. And here we need to search for a plugin called WooCommerce Shipping. So go ahead and type WooCommerce Shipping in here. You can see this plugin is for WooCommerce Shipping and tax. And you can see that this plugin is also by WooCommerce. So let's go ahead and install the plugin. Click on activate. So let's go ahead and add another plugin. So the next one we're going to add is a Stripe payment gateway plugin for WooCommerce. So go ahead and type Stripe in here. And then this is the plugin that we need. Go ahead and activate this. You can see that this is also by WooCommerce. Go ahead and install this. And then the next plugin that we need is PayPal payment gateway for WooCommerce. So let's go ahead and type PayPal in here. And then now you can see this PayPal plugin for WooCommerce. I don't really like this plugin for some reason, so I prefer to use this one. So let's go ahead and install this one by Wplifestyle. So go ahead and install this. Click on activate. Okay, so that's all the plugin that we need. So once you install the plugin, you're going to get this option right here to install Jetpack and connect. So Jetpack is going to allow you to be able to have automated task calculation and shipping label printing on your WooCommerce website. So all you need to do is to go ahead and click on install Jetpack and connect. So you can see right here that Jetpack is going to ask you to create an account. So I already have an account with Jetpack, but for you, go ahead and enter your email address, your username, your password, and create an account and log in. So it will automatically connect and take you back to your WordPress dashboard. In this case, I'm just going to log into my Jetpack account. So I'll click I already have an account, and then I'll go ahead and log into my account. So right here you can see that I've gone ahead and connected my website with Jetpack. So go ahead and click on dismiss. Okay, so now that you have your Jetpack connected, all we need to do now is to go back to WooCommerce settings over here, and now we can click on tax. Now from here you can see that we now have the option to enable automatic taxes. Once you have that enabled, so now you can see that your tax rate and settings will be automatically configured for California, USA. So this is going to be for people in the United States. So if you're somewhere else, for example like in Canada or somewhere else, you can go ahead and click on disable automated taxes, and then go ahead and click on standard rates, and then click on leave. And then from here we are going to add a new tax rate, and then this one you will have to click here to get the country code. Maybe for this one we want to add one for Canada. We're going to scroll down here and find Canada on the list. So here is Canada and the code is CA. You can just copy that, come back here, and then here we can insert a row and then paste the country code in here. Go ahead and select Canada, and then for the state code, if you are doing this for a specific state, you can enter the state code in here, or the postal code, or the city. And then the rate, you can go ahead and enter the rate here. So just keep in mind that I'm not an accountant. This is just showing you an example. I don't know anything about accounting or how taxes and all this works. So make sure you consult your accountant or maybe your lawyer or something like that. Get all the information for the actual tax rate that you need to charge on your website. Then once you have all those information, you can come here and start entering those information. Let's say for example in Canada, we use the GST. So this is going to be the tax name, and then you can put in GST here. For GST in Canada, I don't know how many percent, but for this tutorial, I'm just going to use 5% as an example. So I'll put the 5% in here. So based on the country where you're located, you guys might have your own tax name. So make sure you consult your accountant or your lawyer to get all this information, and then you can come here, and then here you can decide whether you want to apply this tax rate to the shipping fees as well. So go ahead and uncheck this, and then go ahead and click on save changes. And then that's pretty much how you can add tax. You can add that for every state that you are shipping to. So now that we are done with taxes, the next thing we need to do is to head over to payments. So we're going to activate Stripe and PayPal. So let's go ahead and deal with Stripe first. So go ahead and click on Stripe here, the credit card Stripe. Go ahead and enable that, and then over here we can click on setup. So once you're on this page, there's two ways you can do this. You can either create or connect a Stripe account by clicking on this button. This will connect your Stripe account with your WooCommerce account, but I don't like to connect this using this method. Maybe I will just use another Stripe plugin. So this time I will go ahead and deactivate the WooCommerce Stripe gateway. I will deactivate that and then go ahead and delete that. So let's go here and add a new plugin. So this is the one that we installed before. Maybe we can install this one. This one have 5 stars, so it has to be good. So let's go ahead and install this one. Click on install now, then activate. So now let's go back here to WooCommerce settings and then click on payments. So now you can see that we still have the Stripe credit card activated. Go ahead and click on manage. Okay, so I like this one. You can go here and click on API settings. So from here you can connect directly to your Stripe account, but I don't like doing that because sometimes it doesn't work properly. You can change this to live mode, or you can change this to text mode. So now that we have the text mode selected here, let's go back and grab the publishable key. If you already have a Stripe account, you can go ahead and log in right here. If you don't have a Stripe account, you can go here and click on sign up, and this will take you to the Stripe dashboard. This is where you can sign up for your Stripe account. If you already have an account, go ahead and click on sign in to log into your account. So I already have a Stripe account. I'm going to go ahead and log into my Stripe account. Okay, so you can see here that I've logged into my Stripe account. So once you log into your Stripe account, so go ahead and enable the test mode right here. So once you enable that, go ahead and click on developers over here. Once you're on this page, you can see that we are viewing the test data. Go ahead and click on API, and here you can see that we have our test API. This is for the publishable key, and this is also for the secret key. And then let's grab the publishable key. Go back here and paste your publishable key in here, and then go and grab the secret key. Click on review, copy that, then go back here and paste that in here. So once you add your publishable key here and secret key, and then if you click on this button right here, they will automatically create a webhook secret for you based on this information we entered here. But not all the plugin will have this option, so I will show you how to create this manually. So all you need to do is to copy this webhook URL here, and then go back to your account, and then over here go ahead and click on webhooks, and then click on add an endpoint, then paste the webhook URL here, and then here you can give this a description. So this is for my shop. You can give this any description that you want. So you can go ahead and add an event. So select an event from here. So these are all the events that you can add on your webhook, but what we want to use this one for is to charge your customers. So we're going to select charge here, and then here we want to select the type of charge. So we want to select charge captured, and then go ahead and click on add event, and then click on add endpoint, and that's pretty much all you have to do. Go ahead and click on review secrets. Go ahead and copy this, and then go back here and paste your webhook secret here, and then click on save changes. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's that easy to do. You can click here to test your connection. So you can see that your connection to Stripe was successful. Click OK. Then once you're ready to go live, come here and change this to live. Then head over to your Stripe, and then you're going to go ahead and turn this off. Go ahead and turn the test mode off. So once you turn this off, if you go back here to API keys, you can see here that you're viewing the live API keys. Go ahead and copy your live API code. Go over here and paste it in here. Come back here, copy your live secret key. Go over here and paste it in here, and then scroll down to webhook URL. Copy this webhook URL. Go over here and click on webhook. Go ahead and go through the same process. Go ahead and click on add endpoint. Go through the same process and create a live webhook for your website. Once you create that, you can come back here and paste the code in here, and go ahead and click on save changes. So that's how you can change from text mode to live mode. And then if we click on the credit card tab here, you can see that we have the enable option. So make sure that this is enabled so you can accept credit cards. And then over here, you can change the title to credit card payment or whatever you want to change that to. You can also change the card display method. Maybe you want to have it like this. You can go ahead and select that like this. And then the charge type, you want to make sure that this is on capture, not authorized, right? So we don't want to authorize the payment. We want to capture the payment payment immediately. And then here you can select all the payment method that you accept. If you don't accept Discover, for example, you can go ahead and remove that. And then here you can scroll down and add another payment method that you accept. And then from here you can choose the card form. We are going to use the Stripe form, or you can create a custom one, but I'll use the Stripe form like that. I like that. Go ahead and click on Save Changes. And now that we have the credit card payment on our website, if we go back to our website right now and go to the shop page, and then we go to the cart here, we have 2 products here. Then go here and proceed to checkout. Now if you come here, you can see that we have a payment information here. So let's go ahead and fill this form up. So we've gone ahead and fill the form up, right? And then over here we need to enter our card information. If we go back here and go to cards, you will see this option here for test card. If you click on that, it will show you all the test card that we can use for testing payment. So this is a Visa card. We can go ahead and copy this, then come back over here and paste the card. So this is a Visa card. And then here you can see that it said we can use any 3 digits and we can also use any date. So let's go back here and pick a random date. So any date, we can use that, and we can use this number here. If you want to save the card, you can go ahead and click on Save Card. And then over here you can check this box to accept the terms and conditions. Once you finish, go ahead and click on Place Order. So great, you can see that the payment was successful. You can see the order details here. You can see that the payment was successful. If we go back to our Stripe account just to see if we received the payment, go back to your home page. So now if we click on payments, you can see the payment of $44.95 that we just created. You can see that the payment was successful. Remember that this is not a real payment. This is a test data, right? We have a test data here. And also this credit card that we entered here is not a real credit card. It's just a test credit card that we have over here. So that's pretty much how you can add Stripe payment. And then if you want to add a PayPal payment as well, we'll go back over here to payments. And then over here you can see that we have PayPal Express. So go ahead and enable that. And then go ahead and click on Setup. And then from here you can go ahead and enable the payment gateway from here. Click on Enable. And then if you want to enable the PayPal button on the checkout page, you can enable that from here as well. And go back to the checkout page. If we go back to the checkout page here, now you can see that we have a PayPal button here. So you can check out with PayPal instead of checking out with the credit card. So let's get back here to settings. So here we have 2 options. You can grab the Live API or you can grab the Sandbox API. So Sandbox is for texting. It's basically like a text mode, just like what we did with Stripe. And then once you're ready to go live, you can go through the same process for the live version to be able to go live. I also have a tutorial here showing you how to grab PayPal API. So you can go ahead and check the video out if you want. So to get your API keys, all you need to do is to go to paypal.com. If you already have an account, you can go ahead and sign into your account. If you don't have an account yet, you can go ahead and sign up. So one thing to keep in mind is that when you click on sign up, to be able to have access to API keys, so you will need to create a business PayPal account, which is completely free. So go ahead and click on business here and then click on get started. And then from here you can click on sign up. This is where you're going to enter your business information. Go ahead and enter all the information here and sign up. But for me, I'm just going to log in because I already have a PayPal account. So once you log into your PayPal account, all you need to do is to go over here on activities, click on that, then go over here and click on API access. Then from this page, scroll down all the way here and click on manage API credentials. And that is going to bring you to this page. And then from here, you can see all your API information. So if we go back over here, we can change this to live mode. So once you change this to live mode, you can go ahead and copy your live API username, your live API password, your live API signature. If you go back here, you can see that you have all that information here. All you need to do is to click on show. So let me show the username here. So you copy the username like this, you click on show, you copy that, and then you go back over here, paste the information here. Once you paste the information here, you can go back here and copy the password as well, copy the signature, and then come back and paste that over here. From here, you can change your PayPal title. You can change it to maybe something like pay with PayPal like this, and then you can put a description here if you want, or you can just leave it on default. And then from here, you can select where you want to show the express button. So for example, we have the checkout page and we also have the cart page as well. So maybe we want to show this only on the checkout page, not on the cart page, or maybe you can show it on cart page too, just in case if someone just want to do a quick checkout, they can do that as well. And then you can do the same thing from here. So if you don't know what Express credit card is, you can click on this preview button right here, and that is going to preview that for you. So it will look like this. The same thing applies to this one. You can preview that as well, and this is the button we are talking about. And then here you can select the button size. We can have that on medium, small, or large. And then for the branding, you can add your branding name here so that your customer will know who is charging them. And also over here, you can add your logo if you want. You can go ahead and select the logo, but make sure the logo is like 190 by 90 pixels. Go ahead ahead and add image and select the logo. Click on insert image. So your logo will look like this. If you want to add a header image as well, you can add that here as well. And once you are done here, scroll down all the way and click on save changes. So once you click on save changes, you can see now if we go back to your website and refresh the page, you can see that we have the checkout button here. So you can check out from here directly from your cart page. And then if we also go to checkout page, you can see that we also have that here as well. So this doesn't make sense here because we also have the payment option here as well. So I'll go ahead and remove this from the checkout page. So go back to your dashboard, then scroll up a little bit, and then here you can see the PayPal buttons. We'll remove this from the checkout page and also remove it from the checkout page here. Scroll down and click on save changes. And then now if you go back and refresh the page, now you can see that we don't have the button here anymore. We'll still have the PayPal option here. So if you want to use PayPal when you are checking out, all you need to do here is to select PayPal instead of using the credit card, and then go ahead and click on proceed to PayPal, and that is going to pop up a PayPal page like this where you can enter your PayPal email and password and log in and make the payment. Or you can also use the credit card option. Here you can also enter your credit card information and make the payment as well. Alright guys, so that's pretty much how you can add payment method on your e-commerce website. You can see that your WooCommerce website is now complete. So congratulations, you made it. So now you have a full functional e-commerce website. You can start selling product right away. You can start accepting payments right away. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and it was helpful, please go ahead and smash that like button so you can help other people to find the video. This video might also help someone else to create their own website. And also don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already. Click on the bell notification icon so you get notified every time I upload a video like this. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.